Hi everyone, and welcome to Beyond the Scream's first live stream game to Mistheart. My name is Aviad Tal, and I'll be the DM for this game. With me here are this crew of wonderful people who will introduce themselves shortly, and you might recognize some of them from Twitter or YouTube. And let's get started then. Jen, hi, how are you? How are you doing today, Jen?
Doing real good. Did I mute myself? No! Amazing! I did not mute myself. Hey, guys! I'm doing real good. Thank you.
So we'll go around and each of us will tell the audience about ourselves and what we're gonna play tonight. Yeah, I guess it's today for most of you. For me, it's tonight, so I'm gonna say tonight. So what are you gonna play today, Jen?
Today I am playing an amazing creature, glorious creature, Dreet Undercouple, a kobold bard. Very excited.
Yep, she's really awesome. We've seen the drawing. It's it's really amazing. So thank you, Jen. Now we'll go on that order. So, hi Ben, how are you today?
Well, hello, Aviad. I'm doing quite well. How are you, sir?
I'm very, very well. You may recognize Ben as the Curious Owlbear from YouTube. Would you like to tell us about that?
Sure, yeah. Well, today I am playing Bracken the Fifth. He is a dwarf rogue who comes from a long line of adventurers. Though he's not really into adventuring, he's mostly there for the coin. As Avion mentioned, I'm the Curious Owlbear on YouTube, where I do random encounters and lore videos, stuff that you can use in your home games.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ben. Jeremy, hi. How are you?
Good. Hello.
It's good to have you around.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Jeremy?
Excellent. Enjoying the winter weather, and I'm going to be playing Mentor, Azamar. He's going to be picked from the town of Sea Haven to make sure that the adventure goes well, hopefully.
All right, the representative of the Merchants Union.
That's right.
Wonderful. Up next, we have Clay. Some of you may recognize Clay from the interview we had 2 weeks back. It was loads of fun. How are you, Clay?
I'm doing well. Today I'll be playing great uncle Bolgenrosh, a dwarf who has past his prime. He has escaped the retirement hall to follow some of the nephews of his family on one final grand adventure. He's worried that orderlies will find him and bring him back and force him into retirement. So he's on the lam from those people. I'm looking forward to it. Should be a lot of fun.
And last but not least, we've got Curtis. You might recognize him from his YouTube channel. What's up, Curtis?
Not a whole bunch, just about to play some D&D.
Ooh, what you gonna play?
I am going to play Dermot Thunderbeard. He is a dwarf privateer. He set out from the dwarven city long ago in search of adventure and found himself oddly drawn to the high seas. So he's somewhat of a dwarf pirate.
Dwarf pirate, but privateer, but not a pirate. Yeah. Very well. We actually had a 6th player, but unfortunately they are not feeling well. Red, we hope you feel better soon. I'm sure we'll find another opportunity to play together. And in the meantime, have fun watching this stream. So now, without further delay, let's jump into the game. In the northernmost edge of Telesia stands an old lighthouse. For years, Mistheart guided ships across the treacherous reefs of the Emerald Bay. The magical beacon of this ancient structure can pierce through the fog that usually gathers above these waters. You've all heard of this famous place. Some of you may even seen it in their travels. Recently, you've heard rumors of ships disappearing, more so than usual. At first, people blamed pirates, but as the cases became more frequent, it was obvious what they all shared in common. They were all lost in a dangerous crossing near Mistheart. About a week ago, a survivor of a sunken ship claimed they were led astray by the lighthouse. Their captain followed the light, and despite his crew's doubts, and by the time he realized he was misled, it was a bit too late. It didn't take long before you found a request on a notice board outside the Wet Dog Tavern where your group usually hangs out. The Merchants Union is hiring a crew to investigate Mistheart and put an end to this troublesome situation. For all that, they are willing to pay handsomely. The group we've sent a week and a half ago did not return, said the elderly clerk from the Merchants Union. The roads are dangerous, so be careful. You're looking for the lighthouse keeper. His name is William. You will recognize him by the scar on his chin. With that, you've left Sea Haven and headed north. And despite the perpetual rain, the journey went without issue. And near dusk of the third day, you've seen the silhouette of the lighthouse emerging from a layer of fog, and dog barks in the background. You're not far. You're walking on top of a rocky surface. The stone beneath your feet is wet and slippery, and the lower parts are covered with green algae. You imagine this passage would be a lot more difficult to cross during the high tide, but you've chosen the right time to cross. From this point you can hear the ocean moving with force around you. You see the waves pummel reefs that can easily puncture the hull of a ship. Further than that, the fog clouds your surroundings. You stop when you notice the remains of a small ship up ahead. The front half is laid sideways, while the back half is missing entirely. You see multiple pieces of wood and torn rope drifting around, as well as a few destroyed crates and kegs floating. On the rocks just a few feet before the wreckage, you notice two bloated corpses wearing damp sailor clothes. Bracken, something else catches your attention. You notice a faint glimmer of gold beneath the water, though you are not sure how deep it goes.
Well, I would imagine that I'm probably one of the leaders, being pretty fleet of foot. I'd like to cross close to the gold, as close as I can, and make a perception check to see if I can determine how far away it is.
Very well.
Without saying anything to the rest of the party.
Very well. You approach the edge of the rock and you gleam. You look into the ocean. Give me a perception check.
$19.
19. You look, and it's fairly deep. You think it's at least 30 feet deep.
Ooh, pretty deep.
You can see the faint glimmer in response to the torchlight you're carrying with you.
I kind of turn, pretend to look around the rest of the area, and beckon my companions over. Well, it seems pretty safe over here. Come on over.
Perhaps whatever caused these dead bodies are still around.
Well, nothing's got me yet. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Oh, I don't like it.
I'll approach the corpses.
Yeah, Dermot's gonna walk up to the corpses too and just sort of tap it with his boot.
You tap it and it bounces back. It's full of water. It's been here for a while.
Are they sleeping?
Aye, they sure, just taking a nap.
Okay.
Mentor looks through his notes to see if maybe he recognizes the name of the ship from the Merchants Union as something that maybe it's one that he recognizes from a list of missing ships.
All right, you check your notes, um, and while you can't really make out the name, you do recognize the brand. Those ships are property of the Merchant Union. Those are coasters that travel between the capital and Sea Haven. This is a small merchant ship, which probably one of the ones that got lost. Yes.
Bolgenrosh is gonna look out. Does it look like the area off the shoreline is treacherous? Do we see rocks and such that would suggest that ships would break up here?
Yeah, plenty of them. In fact, the entire Mistheart is located in a place, just in the place it is, to guide ships so they won't crash on these rocks. Without it, it's really dangerous to sail these waters.
He points at those rocks with his axe. There's your murderers.
What? Where?
Those big rocks?
Yes.
Why didn't they just sail around? Doesn't make any sense to me.
So we're paid to find out.
Well, let's check out this ship. There could be coin inside.
Well, they aren't getting any deader, so I suppose maybe a quick trip inside.
Aye.
Well, you get a little closer to the wreckage. That's the front half of the ship, and you take a few moments to look around. You don't find much. You find a lot of broken barrels that once contained something edible, but it's long rotten. And aside from what you've seen in the water, you don't find anything of note around the ship.
Bolgenrosh is going to go around the front of the ship so he can look into the break, right? Like, you know, you say like half the ship is gone.
Yeah, it's
So
like
he wants to
half
look into the hollow. He wants to look into the hollow part of it.
All right, you go around it and you see a large crack across the hull, and you see the point where it broke apart. This ship crashed into the rocks. You are certain of that. Other than that, you don't see anything unusual. The lighthouse is still ways off. But this caught your attention.
Hey, Dermot, you mind helping me out with something?
Of course, cousin.
Oh, come on over here. I just need you to hold on to this rope real quick.
Aye. He'll walk over there, strap up his crossbow, and grab on. What are we doing here, lad?
Oh, should only just take a moment, and kind of just wraps it around his arm, like wrist to elbow a couple times, and just swan dives into the water.
Okay, you dive into the water. It's freezing cold. And you start swimming downwards with the strength of the waves pushing you around. I need you to give me an athletics checks.
All right, let's do it.
16.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. And within a moment, you reach the bottom.
So, before he reaches the bottom, Dermot is going to retract his rope just enough so that he gets all the way to the bottom of the ocean. Dermot knows what's going on.
I'm gonna let go of the rope.
The rope goes limp. Nothing holds on it on the other side. You
I'm gonna
reach.
collect what I can.
You find a small chest that's open and filled with water, but you see within it gold coins and some other things. You can't quite make out everything, but it's not that big. It's just that
Okay.
large. You can take it and go up, should you wish
Take
to.
it. Yep. Go up and actually, before I move it, I'm just gonna take a fistful of them and put them in my side pouch.
All right.
Fistful of coin, and then I'm gonna go up.
Like a proper rope.
Very well. You go out of the water, take a deep breath, climb out.
There's some sort of chest here. Here, Dermot, take it.
Sorry about that. Sorry, the rope must have got caught on that rock over there. Don't know what happened.
Oh, is that what it was?
Aye.
Well, it's worth it anyway. Here, everybody, split this up.
Water. We have to interrogate the rocks.
Oh, well, the rocks down there didn't have much to say.
Great granduncle. This one's yours, right? The little one with the scales.
Yes, of a sort. A distant relation. He pats the kobold on the shoulder.
Is she all right in the head?
I am
Alright,
fine in
enough.
bed, thank you very much.
Well then, perhaps you could take point on interrogating the rocks, and we'll finish up here with the chest and meet you when we're done.
Mentor, you were looking at your papers. You recognize this ship?
It's definitely one of the merchant guild's ships, but other than that, there isn't anything identifying about it at all. Maybe we should check the bodies, even though it's unpleasant to do. Should we make sure that they haven't been touched by something, like a creature or something, maybe?
I think they've been touched by the rocks. You know, dwarves invented ships, but this is a human ship, so it makes sense that it crashed here.
Hey, there's no stone on it whatsoever. Dwarven ships are made entirely of stone and float twice as well.
It's known.
So what's the plan?
So at Mentor's comment, you know, one extra time, Bolgenrosh will make his way over to the corpses, and you know, flip one of these things over. Not just kick it with his toe, like actually get down and roll this thing over.
Okay.
See if there's any unseen clues that we missed upon casual examination.
You flip it over. It comes to a rest. Once you flip it, it's wiggles and bloated, and you see some. They're wearing merchant's clothes, so they have some things in their pockets, and you can scoop some coins if you'd like, and there's also a really wet and torn parchment that one of them carries.
So he'll take the coins out and just throw them in the sand, like whatever. He slaps the belly of the guy a couple times. Nope, just your classic dead human. But it's got some type of writing, and he pulls out that parchment, and he will hand it off to Mentor.
Excellent. Let's see what we found here. I'll look through the note, the parchment, and see if I recognize anything in the note.
So you read out the parchment, and most of it is gone. But this affirms your theory. This ship made its way from Titan's Reach, the capital, to Sea Haven. It left 2 days ago, which means it crashed just around now, maybe a day ago, not more. This is fresh.
Interesting. Well, I've relayed that information to everyone.
Were there any recent storms, Aviad, in the last day or so?
There are a few. This place is known for its bad weather and rain and storms, but not to the point where it's dangerous to sail near the shore. This area is notorious for being dangerous if you are not familiar with it, but with the guidance of the lighthouse, it's easy to get past the deadlier rocks and move on through the bay.
Well, there we are. Mystery solved. The daft bastards drove into the rocks.
But but the lighthouse is right there, so they should not have done that.
Perhaps they had a little too much to drink.
What, all of them?
Well, could be.
Listen, I don't know a lot about sailing and things, but I think you have to have at least one person who is not drunk.
Clearly, you know nothing about sailors around these parts.
This is true.
But
Very true. Maybe we should look at the lighthouse, though.
Street has a point.
Fine.
You continue onwards.
Did you finish up with the rocks? Did they tell you anything?
They weren't very... No, they did not say anything. What are you going to do? It's fine.
Hey, that's rocks for you.
Street has the right of it. To the lighthouse, I say.
Very well. So you continue walking. You're carefully moving between those rocky islands. You notice more pieces of rope and driftwood floating around, and you see another ship. This one is larger, but further away. And within moments, the mist shifts, hiding it from sight, but revealing your quarry. You see a fort standing on a small island ahead of you. It's surrounded by a stone wall, but you see a lighthouse emerging behind it. The gate of Mistheart stands wide open, but there is no light from within.
Lighthouse.
Oh.
You know, the dwarves invent lighthouses, but we always keep them lit.
True.
It's known that dwarven fire never goes out.
Do you have some?
It's known.
Unfortunately not. The wood up here is not strong enough.
Okay. Well, let's go inside. Just gonna.
Yes.
Can I please
Let's
You
take
can't
it.
find gold, look in the rock.
see if there's anybody? I don't know, shadows or.
You're seeing it still
Everybody
from a
sneaks out?
distance right now, so you can't really tell. Let's go to roll 20. Quick. Take the chat over there. Can you see it?
Yep.
Wonderful. So it should be dark for you. But you can see the lighthouse is over here,
Yep.
and the entrance is somewhere over here.
What does this water look like between us and the entrance? Is that water I'm looking at?
It's water, and it's by the time you've reached here, the tide went up a little. It's a bit deep. You can swim it. It's not going to be super easy, but it's not terribly difficult as well.
Well, maybe not for a human.
Well, each of these squares in the map, Avi, they're 5 feet.
Yep.
Bolgarosh just wants to take a little run and try and jump out to this rock. Because he can jump 18 feet.
Yeah. It's pretty slippery though, so give me an acrobatics check.
Absolutely, that's my specialty.
Oh, great hero, Bolgarosh!
Oops, I rolled twice.
Never dying, you know.
So 9 would be my roll.
9. Very well. You jump over, and then you slip into the water. And You're submerged.
It's okay. Bolgenrosh is a strong swimmer. He may not be the acrobatic, but he is a strong swimmer.
He doesn't stick the landing, but he
definitely hit that rock. Well, Bolgenrosh is gonna swim as if that's what he planned. Like that was the plan, is to post off that rock into the water, do a little belly flop. He tries to make it look good.
Very well. Make an athletics check.
Bastard! Are you trying to catch your death?
I give him a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, you can easily cross with that 16.
And now he's backstroking like he knows what he's doing, right?
You can taste the salt, and it's cold, but you've been through worse. You've been through worse.
So you stop me wherever, but his plan is to backstroke his way up here to get.
Yeah, you can get all the way up there.
Spry for a man of his centuries.
It's going the whole way.
And while people are back there on the shore, he's going to take the time to take off his boots and shake the water out, because he figures he's got time before they figure out how to get over here.
Very well.
He waves.
So the thing about Dermot is, he's a seafaring privateer that does not like the water.
Makes
What kind of sailor are you?
Any sort of bridge or anything over there?
Bolgenrosh looks around at the dock he's standing on. He taps on it a couple times with his feet.
No, perhaps check it out on the other side. A way to walk there.
The water's fine.
Well, sure, but it's a little cold for me, and I've been sniffly the past few days.
Let me see something here. How far?
So what are the rest of you doing?
Don't be such a baby. I'm wet already. I'm just gonna run and jump kind of this way.
All right.
I've got 13 feet of jump.
Very well. So you jump easily over there,
Going on.
and you start swimming.
Bolgenrosh is going to tie a rope to a hand axe, and he will throw the hand axe over it, back across the way, so we can create a lifeline for those who are swimming challenged.
All right. Yeah, you can do that. Where do you throw it?
I throw it, over there between Dermot and Dreet, somewhere on the ground over there. So either one of them, hopefully they're paying attention, could grab it.
Okay. So Dermot, there's the X flying your way. Bracken, with that tree, you are getting carried away.
Oh no.
We're not meant to swim. We are a people of the earth.
Give me a dexterity saving throw as you try to catch the rope, I suppose, above you. Okay, you managed to catch it.
Short little legs.
That dexterity, though, just.
Yeah.
Yes, I've got that.
And you make your way all up to the other side.
Dreet, mentor, surely you're not going to go swimming in this brackish hell.
I'm not very good at swimming. And if I go in, all the bees in my jar will drown. Wait, no, I don't have... I used to have a jar of bees, but I lost it because accidentally I mixed it up accidentally with a jar of marmalade accidentally. But at the end of the day, I had a snack on the road, but I suppose that old lady spread bees on her toast.
Dermot just look at you cross-eyed for a moment. What the bloody hell does that have to do with swimming?
I can Mentor can tell Dermot's kind of hesitation about going into the water, and I reach up to reassure him and touch his shoulder and cast guidance on him, and let him know that Arathis will be watching over him as he takes a swim through to the other side.
That's mighty kind of you, lad. But perhaps you want to go first.
Sure. Can I put Dreet on my shoulders and help across the water?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Oh, thank you, mentor. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
So, Mentor, give me an athletics check.
All right.
Yeah, easily. You cross the water unharmed, unscathed, wet, but you're good. So both of you cross to the other side.
So as they are beginning to swim across, Dermot starts rifling through his pack and pulls out a small hammer and a belaying pin, and he starts tapping it into the stone at his feet. And then he pulls out both his silk rope and his hempen rope, and he ties it off twice and puts 2 ropes around himself, and he slowly lowers himself down into the water, and then he starts doggy paddling.
I had no idea what he's doing. Dwarves invented swimming. This shouldn't be that difficult.
Give me an athletics check.
Uncle. We weren't meant for the water.
Which is why we invented swimming.
It's just awkward splashing, and then he gets over to the other side. Hopefully, let's do an athletic.
Oh, so you're just going over the rope. You're using the rope.
He's tied to 2 ropes, tied to a belaying pin to keep him from drowning. But no, he's just doggy paddling across the water.
Yeah, okay. So it takes you a while, but you eventually get to the other side, and you've all reached the gates of Mistheart. By the way, this beautiful map was created by Heroic Maps. They're pretty great. I asked them for their permission to use that one, and they said they're okay with it, and now we can use it, and it's pretty awesome. So you're gonna see more of it soon.
Sweet.
So you can enter. The gate is wide open. As you enter the courtyard, it extends ahead of you and to the left.
Dreet scampers in.
You see a shorter structure up ahead, which you assume is the keeper's quarters. And to your left is a set of stairs that leads to the lighthouse itself. There are plenty of crates and barrels pressed against the inner walls, and some are covered with oilcloth. One of the doors leading into the house is slightly ajar. That would be
the door just to the north of us?
This one.
Oh, over there. Bulgarosh will heft up his shield and he'll fish out the bearded axe hanging at his belt that he calls Skull Pulper. And he'll take that axe and push that door the wider open, right, to get a clearer view into that room.
Very well, let me get rid of that door for you.
What do you be seeing, Granduncle?
Dreet will follow him, sort of right behind him, like uncomfortably close.
Bracken has immediately gone stealth mode.
Bulgarosh looks back at Dermot. I don't need to pee. Waves you off.
Nope, that's wrong.
Ah, deaf old bastard.
I peed earlier in the water.
No one cares about your bladder, Granduncle. What do you see?
Then why you ask about it?
By the way, for you in the stream wondering what they can see, it's something like this. Just showing them through Dermot's eyes, because they can see what I see. No spoilers, by the way, in the chat. Alright. Bulgarosh, you see a kitchen up ahead. And as you enter, you're almost attacked by this smell of rotten fish. You see the culprit, 2 fish on the table in the center of the room. You see a a closet full of jars and other food materials. Some of them are not good. They've been here for a while. Some of them are still fine. Um, on the far end of the wall of the room, there is a fireplace, but it's not lit. It's dark. Everything here is dark. There's no light whatsoever. The only light is the one you bring with you, even though all of you actually fare pretty well in the dark. So immediately as he opens the room, the rest of you can smell the rotten fish.
Dermot is reminded that he has not yet had breakfast.
Food.
Dreet will sort of scamper around him and then go and investigate the jars that you said were on the shelves. See if there's anything interesting in any of them. Any bees?
No bees, but you do find honey. And honey is still good.
That's basically bees.
Yep.
They steal it. Yeah.
So you steal the honey. As you look around the room, give me an investigation check, Dreet.
Okay, I'll do it. It's not going to be. Oh, wait.
Wow.
Why did I roll? Should not have rolled at advantage. It is only 8. No, it's 19 because that's what I rolled
Oh, it's
first.
19.
Oh yeah, 19. That's good. So the kitchen was not used in a while, and as you go around, it almost seems like someone made dinner, but kind of left it there. You see the knife taken out, it's like a half-cooked meal, and the remains of something he was trying to make. And also, as you get closer to the door where Bolganrosh is, you catch a scent. It's very faint because the scent of rotten fish is very powerful, but you sense the smell of decay and blood.
I can smell something very, very bad, okay?
Oh,
Stone
smell
bait.
it.
No, like, not dead fish, dead people, I think. I smell blood. Through there, in that room there.
You're pointing down the stairs?
Pointing.
Is that stairs or a hallway that I'm looking at?
It's a hallway with stairs, and the door at the end is also slightly ajar.
So Bolganrosh will sneak down to that door.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Again, my specialty. As I said, apparently the old bugger is quiet.
Wow. An amazing swimmer. As quiet as a ghost's whisper.
There's
He
nothing.
was a hero when he was young. He told you that.
So without making a sound. Oh wait, actually, you're wearing armor, aren't you? So you'd be rolling that in
I
this
mean,
event.
technically, yes, he's wearing dripping chainmail from head to toe. If we want to consider that, I don't know why that wouldn't matter. Takes it off a little bit, shink, 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 shink. Got some water out of his pocket.
With deft movements, you rattle your way up the stairs. And you push the door very quietly, and it creaks. But no sound follows. Instead, you smell blood and you see 2 corpses lying on the floor. This seems to be a living room. The table at the side is just thrown aside. 2 of the chairs are broken, and these 2 men lie dead.
Do they look like they've been rendered? Like torn apart or something?
They have a hole. One of them has a hole in the stomach, and the other has a hole in the chest. Give me a medicine check as you examine them.
The dwarves invented medicine, so I'm a specialist at this. He looks at them very critically. He looks back at Dreet. Dead. That's his assessment. He will step over this body and make his way here to the middle of the room.
It's pretty smelly.
Did you say dead?
Oh, very dead.
That's a corpse, all right.
That's my expert dwarven opinion.
Where did you say the wound on this one was, Aviad?
This one has a wound right in the stomach. Like a hole this size.
Medicine check it. Oh, shit.
Oh,
Alright.
that's great.
You notice they have been dead for over a week.
These poor bastards have been dead for at least a week.
That's what I said. Dead.
This puncture wound was the thing that killed them, and
Clearly they died by whatever put this hole in their stomach.
and that's most of the things you can tell. The decay process is something that you usually see at corpses that have been, around for a week.
Unfortunately, they've decayed too much. That's all I can glean from their corpses.
Bracken, in the meantime, you walk around exploring and investigating the barrels. You find a few barrels of wine, barrels of water, many supplies that people keep in their company. You find a stack of wood covered with oilcloth to be kept dry, and all sorts of commodities that have no place inside home. You don't find anything of value per se, unless you want to carry a barrel of wine with you.
I'm good on that. Are all of these things like really water soaked as well?
Some of them are. Some are placed in a position where the rain just washes over, or covered in oilcloth to keep them relatively dry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it does rain outside, so things are pretty damp.
Gotcha. I will just stealthily remain kind of watching everybody's back.
Right. Boltman Rush, as you approach that door, there's a feeling of melancholy. And the rest of you feel it as well as you enter around the room. You can't quite place. Something like in the back of your head. And you breathe, and there's cold breath. It's like, even in this warmer interior. You see the door begins to be slightly covered in frost.
Takes a step back.
Dermot crouches down, puts a gloved hand into the bloody hole in this corpse, stands back up, does one of these. Aye, this one's dead too. It's a fine granduncle.
When you put your fingers in your mouth, Bummer slaps you in the head. Like, don't do that. The door.
What's wrong with it?
Really cold.
Everything's really cold. It's been raining for weeks.
Doors. I like doors.
More
When they
cold
come up
than
here.
usual.
Doors invented doors.
Aye.
These sorts of doors, though. Look at this. It's garbage. You can't even keep the cold out.
Bracken, as you approach the door, you can almost hear a very faint sobbing sound from the other side.
Somebody crying in there. What's going on?
And when you approach it further, the frost covers even more of the door. It's like extends to the rest of it and to the wall around it. Something is very wrong in here.
Is this a door you would pull or push to open?
It's a door you push.
Bogorosh will push it with his boot, a muddy boot.
Alright.
Please be
He
careful.
will kick it in.
You try to kick it in, it's locked.
This is careful. Well,
Doesn't
he kicks
budge.
hard. He's strong.
You're trying to pummel it in. Okay, so give me an athletics check to try to bash it in.
That's how it's done.
Oh wow. Yep, easy enough. You
Well, that's one way to
Bogorosh
do
is a
it.
mighty old dwarf.
you push the door off its hinges, and it falls inside.
Slam.
Let me take the.
Granduncle, why on earth were you in that retirement hole?
I'm saying.
You still got centuries left in you, lad.
So before you can enter, you make a lot of sound, and you see immediately the
Wait,
torch.
that's loud?
Yeah, that's pretty loud, I'd say. You notice that something has noticed what you've done. Something inside the room. You notice there's a few beds, and you can't quite catch it immediately, but you see on this inside of the room a creature. Right? There we are. There's a creature. It has gray skin, semi-humanoid, but it's misfigured and bulbous. It has a long neck that ends with a face. Its eyes are pools of ink, and there's a streak of tears. It stains its cheeks. Its hands and legs are unproportionally long, and where you expect to find hands and legs, instead you find bony harpoons.
What?
After noticing you, the creature's sad expression changes to a smile as it takes a step towards you. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
No!
Dwarves invented initiative. The dwarves
There we
invented
are.
holding.
Music. There you go. You can arrange it by ascending.
I can certainly do that. Oh, why does people hear it twice? That's weird. Descending actually. There's no layer here.
Mentor is gonna need to click his token, re-roll, and then adjust it to his original roll.
I knew that one. You have to target yourself. You have to click on your own token in roll initiative.
Okay, with a lonely roll a 3. So, great.
So Mentor originally had a 14 if you want to modify that.
I will. That should be right here. And I'll delete this. And I think we're all set. So, great, you are up. You see that
Okay.
creature.
I see him. He's a little bit further away than I would have liked. Let me just.
Actually, now that I look at it, Dermot can't actually see what's going on. He just assumes all of your panic.
Alright.
So, Dreet, you can't quite see that creature right now.
Yeah. I don't think I
But you
can.
see Bolgamrosh like looking inside the room at something and preparing
He
to
says-
fight. And
There's gads!
It's this thing, yes?
no, this is a corpse actually.
Oh, so I can't see at all.
No.
Oh. Okay. In that case, she will just. Picking up from what everybody else is doing and their body language and everything, she'll just sort of look from everybody and pull out a battered lute that she sort of strums, and it sounds awful, so she puts it back, and then a flute, which is terrible, and then some little panpipes, but they sound pretty good. So she's like,
Please be careful.
and bardic inspiration, hey, because I can't see anything. So, but I will also move.
So what is that? You're inspiring them with your bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Who do you inspire specifically?
I will inspire.
There's a dog in there.
Woo, woo, woo.
Who's closest? Bolgan Rush gets inspiration, even though he doesn't need it because he's good at everything.
So Bolgan Rush,
He
you
wasn't
feel a
dead
bit
and everything.
inspired. Anything else for your turn, Treat?
I'm just going to move. Get 30 feet. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go. Just scream like. Straight across the room.
Very well. You can go there. You can drag your token over there.
Oh, and now I see it. Oh, I've made a terrible decision.
Bolgan Rush,
brave, that one.
you're up.
Bolgan Rush declares dwarves invented monster slaying, and he will make his way over to said monster and give it the business end of his axe.
Very well. Roll an attack.
Yeah. So I'm going to use that inspiration right here, right now. I'm not sure if 13 hits. So I will add a.
One D6.
A D6.
Yeah.
So make that a 16 to hit.
A 16 definitely hits.
All right, and he grazes it gently. He rubs it with love for 8 points of damage. So 1.
For 8.
Yes.
All right. You strike it. A streak of black blood splatters on the floor as it looks at you, smiling, happy that you're so close to it in company.
To the grave with you, you ugly cuss.
At the end of your turn, he's going to use not a legendary action, but isn't technically a legendary action. Is a monstrous action. It's similar.
Whatever. He's
yeah.
gonna do a thing.
He takes one of his hands, his harpoons, and over your head. You think at first he's aiming at you, but no, he's aiming above you. And suddenly his hand shoots forward, shooting at Dreet.
What?
Oh no.
So he is going to.
Can I use my reaction of cutting words?
Yeah, you may.
Okay, when she sees
But
that.
he rolled a 12, so he probably misses.
Oh. Yeah, let me see. Yes, haha, he does miss, never mind.
So
Just goes-
he launches his harpoon just over your head, and you duck, and like you see it slamming into the wall, digging a hole behind you.
Bolgaraj is insulted. Like, he ran up on this thing and ignored him and attacked Treat in the corner.
Yep.
What's up?
Mentor.
No respect.
Mentor, you're up.
All right. I will move up. I mean, I've seen them charge into the room, so I know that they're. I guess can I tell that they're attacking something at this point?
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay. So I move up into the doorway, and stare at the creature once I see it and say, "I now pronounce judgment." And you hear the sound of like a gavel smashing down onto like a desk, like this loud noise and smashing and cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Very well. So he needs to make a wisdom save, right?
Yep. Wisdom save where he takes 9. He's already in.
Wisdom save. That's gonna be 19. So he makes it.
Yikes.
So that is your turn.
Yep.
Unless you do anything else.
That's it.
Very well. Dermot, you're up.
So Dermot's gonna yell, "Zarit, Granduncle, what do you see?" as he comes running over here to the door. And the moment that he gets there and sees the thing, he's going to proclaim, "By the fiery bowels of the great furnace!" and just start shooting.
Yes, he's really, really gross.
14, I believe. Hits. So how much is that? 7 points of damage.
Why did it already play? It should be +3. It should be 1d10 +3.
So you roll again? Or just add, is it a plus? Oh, so it's instead...
Oh, it's
6.
just 6. I don't know why I rolled that second one.
Yeah, okay, so it's just
The crit.
6. Very well.
Yep.
You see that creature, the bolt sinks in, but not as much as you'd expect.
Well, Dermot doesn't like that one bit. So naturally he pulls another bolt off of his hip, slaps it into his crossbow, and fires off an action surge and goes again!
Very well. That definitely hits.
For 9.
9. Again, it enters 2 bolts in his chest, but they don't seem to affect him as much as you'd hope. He's still taken aback from the damage, but something is not quite right.
Clearly this creature is impervious. Those were near perfect shots. They should have killed them each.
Bracken.
Clearly.
All right, well, Bracken still can't really see this character, see that effect happening, but he will first use a bonus action to attempt to stealth.
Very well.
And then he will kind of stick his head and short bow into the door and fire off a shot.
Very well. You are hidden from it, so roll with advantage.
Excellent. And sneak attack.
Damn!
Woof.
For, what is that, 21.
21.
Just gonna aim for the neck.
You
as it sinks in.
hit the neck. Just, it's a big neck, so you hit it on the side, and the creature like... he takes some damage from the hit, definitely, but still not as effective as you'd hoped.
Well, that's a bit of a bummer. All right, I'll back up.
Now it's his turn. Let me see. So, he's going to launch his harpoon. He seems to be happy that you're around him, Voldemort. So he's gonna move here. And he's gonna launch his harpoon on Dreet again.
Pogarash, he sighs.
Actually, before that, at the beginning of his turn, he looks at you and he smiles, and there's something very wicked over there. It's almost in the back of your head. You can feel it like paining you, draining energy from you, hurting your mind. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
That's my specialty. There you go.
Well, you're unaffected.
Itch.
So a 23, I believe, hits you.
Yeah, that'll do
Great.
it.
So you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Oh no.
And after he does that, the harpoon reels back, carrying you with it.
No!
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw as well.
I'm not good at those. Come on. Hey.
Oh no, yes I am.
Very
I'm
well.
sure about that.
So you take 2 points of psychic damage, and you are right near it, still grappled by its harpoon.
Oh no.
It seems to be very happy to have so many people next to him. Treat, you're up.
Okay, well, as she's dragged across the floor, she's going,
No, stop it, stop it.
and then when she gets in range, I would like to do both. Cannot do both. So we're just gonna cast. Oh wait, what's he wearing? Oh, what a weird question.
He's actually not wearing anything. He's just. It doesn't seem to have regular anatomy as well. He's just a bulbous, semi-humanoid creature. Very odd. Very not from here.
Okay, I don't like him. I would like to cast Fairy Fire on him.
Fairy fire. So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw. That's an 11. I believe he is affected. So let's put a little a reminder. Fairy fire. Anything else for your turn, Treat?
I don't think I can do anything. I can't try and get out of.
You are grappled, so you can't move away from him, but you still have
Yeah.
a bonus action should you want to use it.
I don't think I can use it on anything.
You can inspire people if you want, but you don't have to. So, after that, Bracken, you notice behind you the corpses begin to move.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, boys. Got a little bit of a problem in here.
I can say with at least 83% certainty that they were definitely dead.
They are less dead now.
So let's add a turn for them. I'm sorry for being so slow on roll 20. Here we are.
Take your time.
So
Our
that
first
was
time.
Dreet's. Dreet, at the end of your turn, this creature is going to take another legendary action and attack Mentor with his harpoon. With his other arm, one of them holding you, the other he launches onwards. Does it? Well, 22, I believe, hits. Actually, he has advantage right now. I forgot. So, definitely yes. You take 10 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled. Bolden Rush, you're up.
With his axe in hand, Skullpulper, he is going to rain it down upon the arm that is piercing his friend Dreet. Go!
Okay, make an attack.
Yeah, because he's fairy fired, I attack with advantage.
Yep, you do have advantage.
So we'll go with the 14.
14 just hits.
Perfect. Oh, why did it roll? I clicked on the damage and it rolled another attack. I don't know why it did that.
Well, we'll just forget that first one and take
But
this.
I'm clicking on the damage and it keeps on making attack rolls.
I think you can click on the skull pulper +7 right here on the chat, and I believe it will show the damage. I'll try that.
My point is that it's not rolling damage when I click on the damage. I don't know why.
That's odd. But
Because usually if I click on the attack column, it makes an attack roll, and then I click on the damage.
it should do that. I think you can set it in the settings. But for the time being, when you click it on chat, it does reveal it. So, see you later.
Weird.
Do you want to roll again, or do you want to use 12?
Oh, 12 is good. I'll take 12. But...
Okay, so your axe strikes through, and you manage to cut one of the hands, one of the harpoons, releasing it from her grapple.
Awesome.
The creature reels in pain, still smiling, which is very, very weird to all of you. And that is your turn, Bolden Rush. Mentor, you're up.
Quick question: when it grappled me, am I still like 10 feet away, or did it pull me towards it? Like,
No, he did not reel you in. He simply grappled you. You're stuck. The harpoon hit you on your leg and stuck into the floor. So you're like stuck where you're at.
Let's see. So I will. Now I'm angry because he's hurt me. So I will say, will the light of truth shed light upon you, and I cast guiding bolt against him.
Okay.
Let's see if this works.
You channel your divine power and release a guiding bolt towards it.
Oh.
You need to you need to roll to hit first, I believe.
Oh.
It's a simple spell attack, so it's 1d20 plus wisdom plus 2 for you.
I have it in my weapons, but it keeps on doing the damage. So it's 1d20 plus 5.
Yep, you can roll that. Yeah, that definitely hits. So
We're in trouble.
yeah, that definitely hits, and you strike it with the radiant power, and it starts to burn his skin. You see it flaying and burning, and it screeches in pain. That's 9 points of radiant damage to the creature. Dermot, you're up.
Granduncle, do you think you can handle that then?
He looks insulted that you would even ask him that.
Me apologies. He throws his crossbow down and pulls out his 2 hand axes and runs at this thing.
All right.
He's gonna take 2 hacks at the monster here.
Make 2 attacks then. 10 misses.
Whoops, wrong one.
Oh, actually no, 10 hits. Strangely enough.
Does it really?
Yeah, it does.
All right. Well, then it's a 10 and a 13. Ignore the middle one.
Both of them hit.
So he dives on him and does 12 slashing damage as he hacks into him with both of his axes.
All right, you hack him well. You actually cut off one of his arms and strike another wound that would kill any living person. But this thing is not living, and it looks at you with dead eyes.
I spit in his face.
Now it's their turn. This one will try to attack you. That's a 14 to hit.
To me,
Yep.
that would actually normally hit, but I am going to use one of my dice to use precision attack. Not precision attack. Parry.
Very well. So you reduce the damage.
I will reduce the damage by the number that I roll on the die.
I think the minimal damage would actually negate it completely. So because it's only 3 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
So you raise your axe to parry the zombie who tries to strike you with his arm. You just move his hand aside as the other one approaches you as well. And tries to slam you as well, running and jumping over you.
Oh, yeah, that one gets me.
He takes you a step back into bracken, which pushes you back. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage from that.
Oh, hello, hey there, Bracken. How long have you been here?
Just a bit.
Bracken, you're up.
Would you mind helping out here?
Aye, of course. The short bow goes away, the rapier comes out, and I'm going to just attack this one.
Okay.
That's injured already.
Yep. You can attack. That hits. And you do get sneak attack because you have an ally.
I do. So 14 points of damage.
That would bring him to 0. Let's see if he manages to... because of his undead fortitude, he needs to roll a Constitution saving throw. Which he makes. So you stab him. You actually poke him in the eye. And his real back is almost falling back. But then he reanimates. Stands tall again, ready for another round. He's on
Well, that ain't good. Yes. I'm just gonna stay where I'm at, I guess.
Okay, well. It's the Lonely's turn. So, Dreet and Bolgonrosh, I need both of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh no.
That's how it's done.
No.
Oh, poor treat.
Dreet, you take 6 points of psychic damage from proximity to this psychic lich.
Oh no.
His presence aches you, and he wants your company so much that really is scary. He is going to actually. You see that the harpoon that you cut away grows back, smaller, weirder. It's like an abomination of what it was before, as it tries to bring strike Dreet again. Not Dreet. He will try to strike you with disadvantage, but with advantage because you're all close to him. So does a 21 one? I believe 21 hits you.
21 hits. I think 9.
You take 9 points of piercing damage and you are grappled as he just slams the hook into you, bypassing your armor. You feel the blood flowing through your wound. Now he's going to reel you in, Mentor. And I need both of you, Bolgonrosh and Mentor, to make wisdom saving throws.
That's how it's done.
You both managed to resist most of the effect, taking 3 points of psychic damage each. And that's going to be its turn. Dreet, you are up.
Okay, she's looking really rough now. She's squishy. But she's gonna sort of pick herself up and give herself a shake. Whoa! Cast Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers.
That's Ben's favorite spell.
So he needs to make.
That never works.
Yep. We remember very well. So he needs to make a wisdom save, I believe.
Yeah. Fail. Ah.
That's a 12. He fails. So what happens to him? 3d6 psychic damage.
Damn.
So that's what happens.
Yeah.
Takes 6 points of psychic damage, and he uses his reaction to move as far away from you as possible. Alright. So he will move over here.
I guessing because
Does that provoke?
It does provoke attacks of opportunity, so you can take it.
I'm going to stab him too. Let's go.
12 misses.
It should be at advantage because he's still. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
it should be
he's-
advantage.
Right,
Wait,
still under the effect of fairy fire. Thank you for reminding us.
Thank you, Dreet.
Thank you, Dreet.
I don't know why I can't roll damage. I hate this thing. I don't know what I need to do.
Did you try to click on the chat? On
Yeah,
the-
click the word Skull Pulper on chat.
On chat. Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
So that's 11. 11 points. Oh, but oh right, you did hit because of fairy fire.
Right.
And Dreet also with advantage.
Fairy Fire putting in work.
Yes.
And max damage. That's crazy.
How the two of you want to do this? How do you want to kill it?
Well. I mean, Dreet's even smaller, so she's just stabbing at his ankles. I guess she goes low, he goes high. You can fill in the rest. She's like,
So yeah, as
Oh,
Dreet
man.
hacks the ankles, which causes this thing to bend over awkwardly, Bolgenroth will take it off at the shoulders, right?
Alright, so you both hit it in unison as it runs away, and it's just enough to send it to his demise as he falls limp on the ground.
What kind of weapon is Dreet holding?
It's a rapier.
So he takes his axe and he like cheers to your rapier. Like he like clinks off your rapier. Clink. Cheers.
She smiles, but she's like, hey, bleeding.
Bolgenroth, you're up.
Alright, so he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm trying to see what it shows me. And there's a monster right there. Okay. So he will attack that guy that's adjacent to him.
Very well.
And
You can attack.
the 12 hit that guy.
12 definitely hits, yes.
He grades that one for 9.
9 points of damage. Very well. You strike him, revealing his innards and spreading them on the ground. It's disgusting. This creature doesn't even need them. He just stares at you with dead eyes. Mentor, you're up.
I will turn and move through the doorway. I don't really know, I don't know what's been going on so much in the room. So you just see Mentor's shield, the symbol of Arathis, glowing blue. It's this half of a gear shape and on his shield, and you see it pulsing with light, and he casts Toll the Dead on the first zombie that he sees.
All right. The one on the left.
Yes. Yeah.
So that would be a wisdom save again on his side, on his end. No.
I don't know if it's injured.
Takes 7 points of necrotic damage. Oh wait, he is. This is the one on the right. He takes 9 points because he is injured. Still up. Dermot, surrounded by these zombies who refuse to die. What do you do?
I'm gonna tear into the first one that I've been wailing on with an axe,
Very well.
or a whopping 4 slashing.
He'll use it. Let's see if he does it. No. This time, it does it. You cut his head off, and he falls on the ground, unmoving.
So he, with his right hand, he comes across and hacks that zombie's head off, and as its head falls to the ground, he kicks it across the room at the other guy, and then brings his other axe up to try to axe this dude in the belly.
That hits.
Oh, hang on, I broke everything.
It's okay.
I accidentally refreshed my page.
Way to go, Curtis.
There we go.
6 points of damage. Alright, that would bring it to 0.
Die, you foul-smelling bastard!
But it stays. Refuses to die. Stays right where it is. You hack him in the stomach. He's separating his spine. He's actually standing sideways like that right now. And it's going to attack you.
So when he attacks, when the zombie attacks Dermot, Bolgenrosh is going to extend his shield with his protection fine style, making the attack at disadvantage.
Nice.
Alright. So he will take that 6, which I believe misses. You manage to put the shield ahead of him as he tries to jump and bite your dwarven family, and you just block him. Bracken, you're up.
Good to see
that-
you survived.
Your
Good
mom
one.
would be mad at me if I let you get your head bit off by a zombie.
That wouldn't be the first Thunderbeard to die that way.
I'm going to miss with my attack.
No, actually, you are going to hit, and 9 hits the zombie apparently. Yep.
All right, 13 points of damage, aiming for its spine, right where its, brainstem meets.
Okay, that would bring him to 0. And it does. You separate, hit the center of its spine where the head connects the spine, and it stops moving, falling limp on the ground.
So as they both go limp and we come out of combat, Dermot's gonna put his 2 axes away and pull out his 2 hand crossbows and shoot both this one in the head and then the decapitated head in the head, just to make sure that they are in fact dead.
Very well.
Double tap, I like it.
Important.
Don't want them coming back for a 3rd time.
Bolgenrosh puts a hand on the shoulder of Mentor, and he's breathing heavily. I'm taking my 2nd win.
Very well. I think this is a good spot for a break, I believe.
I'm good
So
with that.
we're going to take a 10 minutes break, and we'll be back very soon.
All right.
Cool.
Woo!
See you soon.
Did it.
And we're back. So, before we went on a break, the group entered the lighthouse keeper's home. You found a few corpses within, and a very, very strange creature. You fought the creature, killed it, and killed the zombies of the other corpses that rose. And now you stand there, bloodied, injured, and confused.
I did, Mentor will. I'm going to heal some first, but I did want to just look at the creature and the zombies and see if any of them match the description of William the lighthouse keeper. See if, even though they're a little bit disfigured, or that maybe you can see the scar that's running down his face, that they were given as a description, to see if they fit that.
Very well. Of the two zombies that were in the other room, you don't recognize William, but you do recognize their clothes. They have their clothes, and they have a necklace of the Merchants Union. Those are the messengers that probably were sent before you. But the corpse in the room, in the bedroom itself, you do recognize by the description. You see a scar that matches. His hair is like brown and frazzled. He looks is late 30s maybe, but he looks tired. Even before he was dead, you can tell. But he's been dead for a while. His corpse is older than any other you've seen so far.
As you are examining the lonely corpse in the bedroom, from the other room, you see Dermot with the decapitated head. He's holding it like a basketball. William! Is that you, man?
No, that's Wilson.
Oh, that was no quality.
No response from the head.
I think Dreet will come sort of limping in dramatically from the other room, using her rapier as like a walking stick, and just like,
Friends! Oh, my good friends, my brave friends!
and then she just points at the zombies like accusingly.
The plague of both your houses. It's so sad that Dreet must die here. Please bury me, dear zombies.
You're fine, lass. Look at you. You're stronger than you were 10 minutes ago.
Walk it off.
No.
I thought you said she was a dwarf, great-granduncle.
In a certain kind of light. She looks kind of dwarvy. Come, lass.
No distinct lack of a beard.
I don't know. There might be a little bit of beard there. He looks really close.
Both get in real tight, start messing with your chin scruff.
Oh. Please stop.
Sorry.
Maybe we
just a hat.
Maybe we should sit down for a moment and catch our breath.
You're here with that thing.
It's dead. Extra dead. It was dead when we got here, and we made it more deader.
Are you sure? Look at it. It could very easily get up and do this again.
I'm just gonna sit down here on this here bed here for a moment. Unless someone is going to yank Bolgarosh to his feet, he's going to sit here for an hour and try and get a short rest in.
Very well. Does anyone else do anything during that time?
I would like to investigate this desk, see if there's anything valuable for, the taking.
You see a few things on that desk. You see a few notes and 2 letters that are on top of the rest. I'll show it to you. If you mind reading them to the party or reading them to the audience.
Father, it has been a while. We miss you a lot. Oli is his regular idiot self. He keeps getting fired from places because of his attitude. I don't think he fully understands the situation we're in. The money you sent helped a lot, but the price for Mom's meds went up again. They want 3 silver for every dose now. We barely have enough for another week or 2. Mom is all right for now, but I'm not sure if she will remain so for long without her potions. I don't know what to do. Please come home, Grace. To Mr. William Fisher, my contacts brought to my attention that you are in need of some coin. I wish to help you. Attached to this letter, you will find 5 gold coins. I'm sure they are, at the very least, worth your time. I am willing to pay you handsomely for a small service to our country. A ship of smugglers will approach Mistheart from the capital in a week, 21st of Iron.
Yep.
Their ship will carry the flag of the Pegasus Coasters, but it is a folly. They are Revelasian slave traders returning back to Garixia. I would be very thankful if you send these traders together with their ship to meet the Raven Queen. You will receive my gratitude along with 100 gold. Respectfully, the Iron Duchess.
Now, you've heard from your time at Sea Haven about the Iron Duchess. It's a mysterious figure. Some people, by some accounts, she is a criminal and has a network of thieves that work for her. But some stories claim that she is actually a vigilante that serves the country when the nobles turn a blind eye. You also find a small chest, about that size, locked on the table.
Pick it up, put it down on the table, take out my trusty lockpick, and see what we can do.
Okay, make a lockpicking check.
Not good.
You fiddle with it for a while. This lock is difficult.
Well, we put the whole chest into the side pouch. And I'll take the letters over to the rest of the group and show them.
Let me see that for a second, Bracken.
Which thing?
The thing that you just broke your lockpick off in.
Oh, well, what are you going to do with it?
He starts pulling his axe out.
All right. Take it back out.
It's fairly small.
I know.
Okay.
Before we do that, maybe I can see if I can apply some guidance to Bracken and see if he can try lock it again.
Sure, I feel like I didn't really give myself a good go of it the first time.
On the blessing of Arathis, you try
I can
again.
split this thing open.
That's
23.
better. That's a lot better. So with the guidance of Arathis, which is kind of odd, but still, you manage to lockpick this lock.
He helps guide me with the sounds. I hear him a little better this time.
Fine.
Inside, you find 6 gold coins, 22 silver, and a small silver pendant with a portrait of a young woman inside.
Well, any of you interested in this pendant?
Oh, perhaps if I could see it clearly through the death clouds.
Oh, Dreet, you'll be all right in a little bit.
She's gonna scuttle over.
Look awfully dire. These could be her final moments.
We'll scuttle over to Mentor and just sort of look at him mournfully.
I bend down a little bit and stare Dreet into the eyes, and I say, "You'll feel better." And I put my hands on Dreet's shoulders and cast Cure Wounds on.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see.
You can find the handouts. You can see them in your journal on Roll20 if you want to. And nothing prevents you from taking a long rest. But at some point near the end, on the 50-minute mark or so, you notice from the window, you see light. It comes from the lighthouse and points on the ocean. It seems Mistheart is active. You can take a short rest, returning whatever hit dice you want.
Since I don't need to rest, I will just kind of walk back into this main room and walk from window to window, entrance to entrance, just kind of making sure nothing's sneaking up on us.
All right. Yeah, nothing.
So-
Okay.
Go ahead.
So when you say Mistheart is active, that means the light at the top of the tower goes on?
Yep. It goes on and it moves. You see the beacon, the beam of light, hits the ocean and moves around. Spinning.
Dermot, come here.
Dermot looks up from down on one knee, hacking William's head off.
Stop that. Come here.
What is it?
My back. I need a crack. Can you crack my back in?
Sure. One moment.
It takes a while. It takes a few jerks, and eventually it snaps. Oh, thank you, lad.
Here, did you want to carry this? He holds the slimy head of William.
No, that's okay. You could have that.
I'm not sure what they told us to do if we found him, so I figured perhaps for proof we could bring this with us because it's got the scar.
I think
Bulgarosh will pull the pillow out of the pillowcase and hand the pillowcase to Dermot. Like, there you go. Put it in the bag.
Ties it off on his
We
belt.
should see to the tower. We should
Perfect.
see to the tower.
Very well.
Mentor, you were gonna say something.
Well, I just thought that they would take my word.
Mentor.
We let them. We told them.
There's one thing I've learned from my many years of privateering. It's that you always need proof.
Dwarves invented proof.
Aye. Both the concept and the physical item.
Right.
What do you think about the contents of that letter? It sounds like you think that might have the potion had something to do with the creature that we fought.
That's what it sounds like to me, but I'm more wondering about that ghostly ship that we saw earlier, and if it was related to the ship that is worth 100 gold pieces. I could sure do with 100 more gold.
Aye, and I'm always down for killing.
Aye.
You know, for the greater good. If that's what we're doing.
Of course. Mentor, have you heard of any of the ships mentioned in the letters? Pegasus coasters or Revelosian slave traders?
Yeah, I don't think I've heard of those, right?
You actually have. All of you are familiar with Ravelus is a continent to the east. They are not entirely hostile, but not very peaceful either. There is raids from pirates sometimes that are identified as Revolusians, and other intrigue. But the Pegasus coasters are one of the merchant companies. It's a big one. It's one of the biggest merchant groups in the entire country.
I let Bracken know.
Aye, well, perhaps maybe the shipwreck we came across earlier was connected. I don't know. Well, we better deal with the tower. I agree with Pappy.
Aye, that's what we were sent here for.
Aye, let's go on. But perhaps we go a little bit quieter from now on, since there's, zombies about.
Like a mouse.
Grand Uncle, Just because you can't hear your own footsteps doesn't mean you're being quiet.
Oh, no, I've done this before. I'm very quiet. He jingles his way up to the doorway to look back outside.
All right. So you head outside to the courtyard. The rain has stopped for now, but it's still a thick layer of fog hangs around. It's very cold. You can hear the ocean pummeling on the island. But aside from that, nothing else.
Come along, Dreed.
She follows. I'm going to put that necklace on.
Right. You approach the lighthouse, and it's tall and once was probably very beautiful, but time and the winds and the water just how do you say it? Just destroyed its natural its features, and now it appears almost featureless.
Weather-worn. I said weather-worn.
Weather-worn. Thank you, Chris.
So, Pappy looks at Brocken. But do you want to go up first? Is that what you're saying?
That might be better. I'll go first.
So you approach the door.
I'd like to go stealthily.
I am very sneaky.
You approach the door.
Perhaps you go with him, Dreed.
Okay.
Sure, it's all fine now, but later they'll be running. and
Anyone who
screaming.
wants to be quiet, make a stealth check for me.
Even those of us at the bottom.
No, only those who try to actively be stealthy and head onwards. If you're trying to be quiet, so make a stealth check.
Dermot is loudly reloading all of his weapons and cursing as they're not working.
Stay back, stay back.
Sorry. All right, I'll go.
Look at me being perfectly quiet over here. Very quiet. I want you to recognize my quietness. Dwarves invented being quiet.
Dermot grabs Bolgan Rush by the collar and pulls him back into this room.
You're making a lot of noise.
Just come with me, Granduncle. We'll let them handle it.
Bracken.
I was being perfectly quiet. I pointed it out to
You
you.
were, but perhaps we need to let them have their moment in the sun.
Approach the.
Yeah, sorry. Mentor, as all this is happening, you hear a sudden loud crack as something hits something. You hear the crack of wood. And you look outside, immediately a train on the point where the lighthouse is pointing, where its beacon is lighting. And you see another ship that appears to have just been stuck on a rock. It's very far off, similar to the ship you've seen earlier. Bracken, you approach the door and it is locked.
All right. Well, first I'd like to just make sure it's not trapped as well. I can investigate.
Make an investigation check. Does not appear to be trapped.
All right. I'll try to unlock it.
Easily enough. Takes you less than a minute. You open the door deftly.
Was really good.
Ah, I thank you. And just kind of gently creak the door open, inch by inch.
Yep, let me get rid of that dynamic. There we are. So I'll actually move the stream as well to the map. There we are.
It's clear for now. Come on in.
Okay.
You enter a room. It's a small, narrow space. It's packed with dozens of crates and sacks, and there's spiraling staircase that leads upward and ends with what appears to be a trap door.
Do I hear anything?
You
Or
stop.
see anything?
You stop for a moment. In the room, do not see anything quite, but make a perception check for me. You hear the loud sound of the ocean waves crashing against the island. Other than that, nothing.
All right, I'll just continue leading the way then, if nobody else wants to do anything.
Well, since we're all huddled together, I will let everyone else know that I saw the ship crash, since I was the only one.
Oh, well, we should probably check that out next.
Another one? Oh, we are not doing our jobs very well.
It seemed really far away, though, so I'm not sure if we'd be able to get to it or not.
You, where is Mentor at the moment? I can't quite see him.
Yeah, I'll move myself into the...
Oh, right. So you're there, the other two dwarves are not. But you informed the group about the ship.
Kind of point up the staircase, just kind of.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. So you head on upstairs. You raise the trap door. This one is not locked. And you enter a circular chamber. This one is filled with crates as well, and numerous tools scattered around. In the center of the room, there is attached to the floor, there is a metallic pole from the center that extends upwards. And you see many cogs and spinning apparatus and all kinds of contraptions attached to it, and you hear the sound of moving gears. They seem to be moving in tandem with the movement of the beacon. And another set of spiraling staircase leads you upward to another trapdoor. This appears to be the machinery room.
Very well. Beckon everyone else forward, assuming the rest of the room is empty of foes.
So, as you go up, as you start heading up, the room suddenly becomes cold again. Very cold. You instantly see your breath and feel the shiver down your spine. You look around, and in the center of the room near the pole, you see a translucent figure standing motionless. His form is bluish, but his eyes appear to emanate black smoke from them. Other than that, he looks exactly like William, the keeper. He stands there.
I slowly make my way, pushing myself up, standing upright in the room. Hello? Everybody, there's a form of William up here. You might want to take a look.
William. Yes. I am he.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. William.
Please, leave.
We really want to help you.
Tried to warn you, you should not have come here.
I know, but people are dying and we want to help, so please tell us what to do and we can help you.
He told me it's alright, but they don't care anyway. They would let her die. The world is not a nice place. They don't care about me. Why should I care about them?
people are not very nice, but we are nice people, and we care about her as well. What happened? Can you tell us, please?
She is sick. So sick. I have to do it. I have to save her. It's just like he said, if I won't do it, no one else will. Please, leave.
Well, I think we might be a little bit beyond saving here. Who's he? Who?
William.
Leave us alone. Leave us.
Listen, if we can convince him, perhaps that we can help his was it his sister, his daughter?
Mother?
Oh.
I think.
He begins to float upwards, and
Oh, no.
you hear the rattling of the tools, the various tools, the crates around the room, and he simply vanishes upwards through the roof as the tools begin to rattle and fly over, being flung over at you.
Can I hold up the necklace with and open it with the picture in?
You go to do that, but he's no longer there. As you try to do that, you just miss the opportunity. Does a 14... anyone in the room whose AC is 14 or less takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage from various items that are flung around all over, tossed at you.
Ow. Ow. Well... that wasn't so good. Perhaps we should get everybody else up here.
The rattling continues, and you see more of these tools flying up. You see crowbars and other kinds of mechanical apparatuses start flying over at you again.
On second thought, let's go down and make a plan down there.
So as you head down, before you manage to do so,
Yeah.
I believe 19 hits most of you. So all of you take another 4 points of bludgeoning damage from that. You are bruised from this quick encounter, and you head downstairs as the trapdoor just shuts behind you.
Stan, I just bunk.
So there's a bunch of flying objects and a ghost up there. Any ideas?
You head back to meet the rest of the group.
Yes, downstairs.
What'd you find up there?
A bunch of ouchies and a ghost of William.
The ghost, yes.
You found... Wait, I thought we found William already.
I thought so too, but
Bloody pillowcase.
I think maybe that was just his body, and that is like his soul.
Aye, that checks out.
You found gold?
I wish. Mostly gears, machinery up there.
Did you try talking to him?
I tried, but he wasn't too welcoming.
Did you
Pointing
tell
to
him
my
he had his
bruises.
head? We can give it back if he wants it.
Well, he's really intent on, saving her.
Yeah.
Which I'm not sure exactly, but I'm thinking about the letters we found and
Yeah,
his-
It's from the letter.
Grace.
His
It'd be
mother,
Grace.
perhaps.
yes, that'd be Grace. And I don't think she fared too well. Told him that, and he didn't take too kindly.
Can I look at the picture in the locket, please?
You look at the picture, and it's a young woman, maybe 15 years old. She's a little bit similar to William. You see the similarity over there. Maybe his daughter?
Yes, this is definitely someone that he is like related to. So maybe if we show it to him, he will
want it back or want to talk to us more. But he floated up real high, so.
Let me go talk to him. I'll be back for a moment.
Your pappy grabs you by the shoulder. No, together. We're going together.
Careful
right.
up there.
Do you want to take the thing?
Sure. So, Dermot,
I'm with you.
you can come along if you like.
We're going quiet like.
He already knows we're coming.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
So, yeah, Dermot and Grandpappy will make their way up.
Very well. You
And-
climb up the stairs, and you reach the same room.
Hey, you William!
No response.
Buddy.
It's very dark. You can barely see anything.
I thought they said there was a ghost here.
He floated up a bit more.
Where? There's a ceiling, isn't there?
You
Yeah,
look
there's
up,
another trapdoor, I think.
You look up
Spiraling
and you
stair.
can barely make out the trapdoor at the ceiling.
William, are you seriously gonna make me climb this ladder? Just get down here. Ugh. Thump on his head. Start climbing up the ladder.
Goldenross will follow.
And the
I
rest?
would like to go with them, just back a bit.
Pop the hatch open. Poke my head up.
You pop up the hatch. And you see the powerful gem, the light that emanates from a gem, and the set of mirrors that spins around. You're immediately blinded when you open the hatch. And you climb upwards. From here, you can see the ship that's sinking as you watch it. And you see now the beacon spins around wildly, spins once. It's very strong, and when where the light hits, the fog dissipates. The rest of you follow suit.
Smells like there's magic afoot, Uncle.
You all climb up to the ceiling, to the top, to the roof of this lighthouse, and it spins, blinding you once, twice, and at the third time the light is it's too blinding. It's a brilliant flash, and when you open your eyes, you are exactly where you were on the lighthouse, except you are not. The world feels like you are looking at it through a weird lens. The walls and the floors look like a gray shadow, and there's mist floating around you. You can hear the waves of the ocean that were so loud just a moment ago. They feel so distant. You no longer feel the rain. The colors here appear dimmed, toned down, cold in comparison to what they should be. Instead of its bright yellow, you see a faint gray of the light of the lighthouse. Barely as strong as a candle. You look up, everything in the horizon fades to black. The sky above is like a vault of black darkness. You see no stars, no moon, just mist and darkness.
And Uncle,
The dwarves invented nightmares, yes.
I was actually gonna say, I think we might have died. I don't feel dead, but it sure seems dead.
Bolgan Ross will...
Did you die?
No. No,
Did
this
he
is-
alive?
Did the same thing happen to Dree? She just like put a head in there.
Yep. You, Dreet, you feel the same, and when you look down, you don't see anything. It's like below the trap door, it's like inky darkness. It's scary.
I don't. Ooh, oh.
Aye, Dreet died too.
We're not dead. We be in a grand hall full of gold and ale when we die.
Ah, you know, that's a bunch of malarkey.
Is anyone here proficient in Arcana?
The dwarves invented Arcana.
I don't think.
Yeah, I have a 0.
I'm aware that magic exists. Is a thing. That's the
So
word I use.
you can anyone you can either roll Arcana, history, or I'd allow religion as well. Tell me what you're rolling so I can tell you what you may know about where you are right now.
I'd like to roll religion.
Bolgan Ross is going to roll a history only because he's old, not because he knows anything.
I will roll Arcana because it's good for everyone to roll something.
Oh my god.
All right.
Intimidation.
Show yourself, you damned ghosts!
So, Mentor and Bolgan Rush, you don't really know anything about where you are. Dreets, on the other hand, you've heard some stories from your clan. Now, you know that they're not always telling the exact thing that actually exists outside. You've verified a few details, but they have told you about a place of mists and shadows that exists in a different plane, but it's weird. It's like you can jump somewhere apparently, and there's mist and smoke, and if you get there, you're kind of stuck, and that's very scary. They called it the ethereal plane. You believe this might be it. This is similar to what you've heard from your clan.
Oh.
You know where we are? It's really bad, you guys. She's gonna climb up because she can't stand to see like all the blackness below. Pull the tail up.
How bad is real bad?
Well, I mean, you know, they told me that sometimes if there's lots of magic in the air, something bad can happen, and you jump through from one place to the other place, but it looks like the same place, but it is not. There is mist and bad things, and then you are stuck there, and there is no chickens or food.
Ah, that last part's the worst part.
I don't know how you get back.
So, we are or aren't dead?
Not dead.
Yet. I can work with that. Thunderbeards live to fight another day.
Yes, but not in the same place where we were, like at all.
Aye, a reality check.
Is the light still lit, Aviat, after it passed 3 times?
It is, but it's instead of its bright yellow, it's like a very faint gray, and
Is it
it's
still
barely
moving?
as strong as a candle. It's not spinning now. It's like stuck.
They said it was called the hero plane? No,
That makes sense, that we would be here.
Eerie plane?
Hero plane. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Aye, the hero plane.
I think,
We
I, think
finally,
I think the dwarves made it.
yeah, we made it finally.
It might have been the hairy plane.
Also, technically, I get it.
Oh, ethereal plane. Don't know what that means.
Nope, haven't heard of that one. Hero plane, though, I know.
Right. Well, the dwarves didn't make the ethereal plane. They made the hero plane. Stop dwarving and shite. He is going to see if he can. Bogarosh is going to try and turn the light the opposite direction 3 times. Like it hit us 3 times and it made us go here. He's going to try and spin
You
it
start
this way.
spinning around, pushing people aside, trying to. Nothing happens.
It's like the teacups at Disneyland. Like if we all get around it fast enough, we turn it, we can get this thing going.
Nothing happens.
Nothing. Okay.
Does anything happen? Oh,
You look
I was gonna
at
say.
the trapdoor and see darkness. Sorry, you were saying.
Even with dark vision, we can't pierce it.
It's like a pool of ink.
Maybe you can just climb back through, but I kind of don't want to stick my head in there.
Bracken, you go.
No, thank you. Appreciate it.
The most expendable Thunderbeard here.
Well then, tell me how you really feel.
I will go.
I haven't even had a chance to investigate up here. Let me look around first.
Fine.
Is there any like machinery up here? That center shaft that came from the room below, is that
So-
present?
The shaft is in the middle of this roof, and it appears to be at the center, just below the gem. And the machinery, you gather, used to move the mirror system that focused the light. So just below the mirror system and the gem, you imagine the shaft continues downwards.
Well, do we just need to take this whole thing out? What do you think?
You mean break it?
Well, I'm pretty good at breaking mirrors.
Say we go into the darkness.
All right, Pappy. After you.
After me. He will descend into the darkness.
Alright. You descend. You take a step, another step. With each step, you see more of your body just disappearing. And then you're.
It hurts. My back.
That's just an old age. You're fine. Keep going.
He continues to descend.
And then you're immersed in darkness. You still feel the stairs. You can't see anything.
Hello.
Can we hear him when he calls out?
Yes, you can.
Any trolls out there? Giants?
You sense
Grandpappy.
something creeping to the back of your mind. You hear whispers, indecipherable at first.
Shh.
Why did you come here?
For one last great adventure.
You are stuck here. Stranded. You will be here until you starve. But I have a way out for you. I can set you free.
Alright, do that.
I can't take you all. I can take you out. Your friends will need to stay here. And I don't think they are going to like it.
I'm the oldest and the wisest. I was a hero, but you should keep me and send them back.
Oh, I can't take all of you. I can take one. You need to make them understand. You cannot stay here forever. You still have things to do. You still have to complete that adventure.
So you can take us one at a time, and you'll leave me here and take the other 4 one at a time.
I can take you.
No, I'm not explaining it right. And of course, you guys are. Bolganrosh is talking out loud. Like, they may not hear his voice, but they can hear Bolganrosh's voice.
So you just hear Bolganrosh's side of this conversation.
So, I stay here because I'm the most valuable. I'm the oldest. I'm the wisest. I'm a great dwarven hero.
I don't know about that.
Shut up, ye. And the others go back.
Go back where?
Not talking to you.
Well, who the bloody hell are you talking to?
Shut up.
I'm afraid it doesn't work that way.
Or I take me axe scope over here and I put it in your head.
Whose head?
I'd like to see you try.
Are you threatening me, Grandpappy?
Yes, but no. Shut up.
And the
Show
whispers stop.
yourself.
The whispers stop.
He's gonna bust out his, he breaks out his backpack and pulls out a torch. He's gonna light a torch.
Okay, you light the torch. And there's light. It's gray and it's so faint. It's as faint as a little candle in the darkness. You can barely see the edges of the torch in your hands where you hold it. But the room stays dark.
You're down here somewhere. And this room only is so big. And when I find you, I'm feeding you the axe. That's what you guys hear. And he's gonna start by candlelight searching out this room.
So
he's
you're
gonna hold the torch in his shield hand, like shield and torch, and axe in his other hand, and he's gonna start searching around the room based on how he remembered the room when he came up through it previously. That's his expectation. That is a copy of that, at least. And he's gonna look for something to feed the business end of the blade.
So you descend downstairs and you start searching through the room. And it feels the same, even though you can't see most of it. By candlelight, you can barely make out of it. And when you do, it does look very similar. But you see no sign of another creature. You do see the trap door, which is closed at the moment.
I'm going through the door, he shouts up above him. And he will open that door.
You open the door, and there's a very, very faint light emerging from beneath, from what appears to be the lighthouse door downstairs. It's not as dark in the first floor as it is in the second. And when you exit, it seems like like if the torch begins to light a little more.
He'll be mine soon.
Barely certain he's gonna get himself killed.
You descend down the stairs.
Look down after him now.
You go out down after him. You step into the pool of darkness one by one. And descend by the room you memorized. Bracken, you hear the whispers as well. In fact, all of you hear whispers, but you can't make out exactly what they're saying, except for you, Bracken. You seem like a smart individual. A smart individual would listen to reason. I can help you escape this place.
Hey, can you now?
What was that?
I can set you free and grant you the combined riches of all the sunken ships. You will go back home as rich as a noble. Think about the possibilities.
And to whom do I have the pleasure of addressing?
That is not important.
Well,
Think about it. It's better than starving in this place. Pick the right side for your own interests.
I don't be finding much of this place to be very physical. Is there any way you can show me the gold?
You've seen some of it, haven't you?
I suppose I might have come across a few gold pieces in my day.
Imagine how much there is in the ships that sunk. You all, at the same time, hear his side, you hear Bracken's side of the conversation.
Kind of can't even see my allies or anything, so I just, I'd be thinking about it. How long does this deal last?
All you need to do is get away from your friends. They don't really care from you anyway. I want what is best for you. Pick the winning side for this one.
Bracken stops for a moment, considers.
So probably someone bumps into you.
Keep moving, you tough bastard.
You keep going on. I'd like to check something out up here.
Sure, I suppose we
Hear
can
what you are saying, right?
Yeah, I heard there's some gold I'd like to check for.
Who is
But-
trying to make a weird mind deal with you? What is happening?
Oh, you don't hear the whispers?
Well, I hear whispers, but I can't hear any proper words. Just like usual.
Oh, well. I made out the word gold, so I think I'm gonna see what's next.
Well, I mean, you can try, but I think it's a really bad idea to listen to the voices in your head.
Fine, great. I'll go with you for now,
Thank you.
but we better come back and search.
We will. We'll find so much gold.
You descend, leaving the room as well. Bolgan Rush. I'm gonna fumble that name so many times.
Pappy
Hmm?
is his nickname. He uses Pappy is his nickname.
Pappy.
Yeah.
You descend out of the lighthouse, and the courtyard is filled with dozens of ghosts that sit around in various places. Most of them appear like sailors of sorts. Even though it's dry right now in here, they appear to be soaked in water, as if they were pulled from the sea but a moment ago. You can see various wounds in each of them, and others appear bloated, similar to the corpses you've seen earlier. Each of them has an ethereal cord springing from their back that connects them to a point within the keeper's house, through the wall. Most of them appear either bored or dormant. One of them, however, notices you. She has a nasty looking wound on her jaw and cheek. She realizes she watches you and looks at you when you exit, And she appears to be the only ghost that really pays attention to you as you enter. More ghosts, prettier than most. Welcome to the crew. I have bad news for you. You are all dead. You and your friends up there. But at least you're in good company. Come, join me.
He replies in Dwarven. I'm sorry. Do you speak Dwarven?
She looks at you confused.
Don't speak Ghost. Sorry. He's talking Dwarven as he's going down the stairs towards the keeper's house. Yeah, nope, sorry. I only speak Dwarven.
Look, if you're gonna go there alone, you're going to die. Fine. Suit yourself. You're going to get stuck with a cord like us. Wait, why don't you have a cord?
Speaking Dwarven.
That's weird.
He shouts in Dwarven, "There's some dumb ghost talking to me. Where are you guys?"
Dermot shouts back in Dwarven, "You speak common, you blasted idiot!"
Not today, I don't.
Can I tell if there's any truth in the statements that these ghosts are making?
You all descend downstairs and yeah, you hear that. You can try and make an insight check to see her true intentions. You are unable to tell.
In Dwarven, well, it seems pretty good to me.
Oh, how did you get here? Did you crash on a ship as like us?
Climbed up a ladder.
Interesting.
Talk to it. You're only encouraging it.
Well, he said we're dead. I told you we were dead.
We're not dead.
We
He
are
said
not
we're
dead.
dead.
No,
Dreek said we're not dead.
we did not die. We just jumped.
You know, I don't really care how you got here. Can you please go in there and grab that lantern from that idiot? I think I can use it to get us out of here.
You're talking about the ghost. Oh, wait, sorry.
William.
Yeah, William. This one.
That one. If it were a fair fight, I'd smack him good. The rest of the crew would. But she points at her cord. We can't do that.
Wait, what does that do?
Binds
get
us
tangled
to
in
the
it?
stupid lantern. Serves me right.
But did you not say that if he goes in there, then he will too get a cord?
I mean,
I did hear that.
we had a cord the moment we got here.
If only we had something to offer in exchange for this lantern, something that ghost would want.
I like his head.
No, we have his necklace.
All right, that makes more sense.
Oh yeah.
Just, you know,
Now I'm thinking.
or you can just kill him and take his lantern. You know, that's also simple. If you're not attached to it with a cord, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Hey, with my sailor background, do I know this guy?
It's a woman, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do I know this woman?
Make a history check.
It doesn't look like Grace, does it?
No, it's not. You are unfamiliar with her.
I swear, you look familiar to me, but
Oh, do I?
aye, all you humans look the same.
It's true, you do.
Funny dwarf.
We're just 5 dwarves on our way down.
Very well. Suit yourself. Good luck.
So, should we try to trade the necklace for the lantern first, and then when he says no, kill him?
I feel like we should try to talk to him because I feel sorry for him.
Well, I do too a bit, but he wasn't too kind before. He kind of just threw things at us a bunch.
Well, he said a very hard life. He
Or
tried
unlife.
the best thing for his mama, and then he died.
What do you
That's
say,
not-
priest? You know about ghosts, I think.
I agree. I think we should talk to him first and see if there's something that we can offer him, and then in exchange for a return back.
All right, treat.
Back and give me back the necklace. I am very persuasive.
It's true. Treat is the nicest dwarf here.
Aye, she really is. Hang
I'll be
on a
right
second.
behind you. I'll be right behind you. Don't worry.
Dermot turns around back to the lady ghost. We found a letter that said you're a bunch of traitors.
Oh, did they? Traders.
Aye. Yeah, it says it right here. You see, I'd be very thankful if you send these traitors together with their ship, presumably the one that sunk, to meet the Raven Queen.
Well, I assure you, I'm no traitor.
Are you sure? Because you're the one that he killed.
I'm not the only one he killed. She points around you to dozens of ghosts that sit
Right,
around
exactly.
idly.
Aye, it says traitors, like plural. There's more than one.
Well, I'm not a traitor.
You are pirate, though.
Not a pirate.
Are
I'm
you
not a
saying that
pirate.
only because it's a technical? You being a technical person, like
Look, I may have done some things I'm not proud of in my life. My name's Evelyn. And yes, I guess you can call me a freedom fighter.
That sounds like a traitor to me.
And how long have you
Depends on your
been here?
side. Hmm?
How long have you been here?
Time works strangely in this place. I can't really tell.
Oh, you're all wet still.
It appears that when you're a ghost, you are stuck in the form that you died.
So,
To the crazy lady.
if I'm reading this right, not only are you a traitor to the Iron Duchess, but you're
The
also...
Iron Duchess.
Oh, hang on,
Please.
let me finish. You're a traitor, but also a smuggler and a slave trader?
I do not trade in people.
So you're not the Ravelosian slave traders mentioned in this here letter?
No,
Well, could you point me to them?
I don't know everyone around here. They're very silent. Most of them don't even talk. Look, she goes to one of the ghosts. No response.
You there!
I have an idea. It involves stopping talking to this crazy woman and going down and getting the lantern.
Well, I'm not sure that I
Right.
want to free the
You-
ghosts of a bunch of slave traders.
You go and fetch the lantern, and I'll be able to get all of us out of here.
Okay, but if we fetch the lantern and we only want to free some of you, is that alright?
A free what?
Like, some of you, not all of you. I don't want to free the slave traders.
Some yes.
Sure, I'll let you choose.
That's fantastic. Can I get that in writing?
Can I insight her, please?
Yes, you may.
She seems to know an awful lot about. Oh, I'm not very good at this. Oh well. Just stare at her.
Oh wow.
Oh damn.
She definitely knows more than she relays. And she cares more about you lot giving her the lantern than what happens afterwards.
Get her treat.
wait a minute. Hey, lady,
Yes?
please look at.
Yes, little kobold.
Oh,
I do not believe you, okay? Because I have been around a lot, and a lot of people have said lies, and I know how to tell when somebody's lying, even anyway, all the time. And you are totally not telling the whole truth here, so you have to confess and please tell, because you just want the lamp. You don't care what happens afterwards or to us. You just care about you and the lamp. So what's with the lamp, huh?
Look, if I have the lantern, I can take you all out, and I will. And I do want it for more reasons than I let on. That's true. I know this lantern.
Okay, say more things now.
Make a persuasion check.
So good.
Okay.
Come in.
I may have grabbed it from someone. It's magical and very powerful. It has the ability to control this plane.
Oh, that sounds handy.
And I know how to use it. So, once you give it to me, I can send you out.
First things first. Let's get the lantern.
Yeah, you go and do that. And do note that he's not alone.
Oh, I'm not alone either. I
Yeah.
got my axe with me.
I'm sure you do.
Who is with him then?
I haven't seen him. But he talked about someone else. Never left. We can't go into the house. And that thing, it's either in the lighthouse or it's in the house, but I've never seen it outside here.
Well, that is ominous.
Wish I could help more.
Hey, one last question before we go kill this ghost for you. If we get this lantern, can we control you? I'll take that as a yes. Let's go.
That ghost talks a lot but says little.
Just go.
I'm gonna have me a whole army of ghosts after this.
Alright. Where are you headed?
Bogenrosh is heading down here.
Very well. So we'll go back to the map. So you head back into the house.
Yeah.
Yeah. You enter. It looks the same, but there's this mist and fog hanging all over. This place is very weird, very dark still. There's nothing in the kitchen. Oops.
Is the fire that I lit in the fireplace earlier still lit?
It's gone. Oh, actually, you did light it. So no, it's there, but again, it's very, very faint. Very faint. Bolkenrath, as you approach that room, you can hear that same voice that you heard in the whispers. They don't care for you. They are here because someone pays them. Yes, that is William's voice. They should be dealt with. We can't let them stop you from saving your family. Whatever it
Our
takes.
family.
Whatever it takes.
You keep talking, William. They are family. Each and every one of them.
As you enter the room, just hold it for a moment. I need to place some things. You see William right here. And you see another creature. This creature is made of pure darkness. It's only visible due to the fact that the lantern is directly behind it.
Tasty.
Its upper torso and head appear demonic. Two leathery wings sprout from its back, and lower half of its body simply fades into nothing. The two of them look at you, Morgan Rush, as you enter. And you see William prepares himself.
We have something to offer you.
I want to scuttle in as quick as I can and hold up the necklace that's open.
William looks at it, enchanted almost.
William, don't listen to that person because they don't want what's right for you and they don't want to help your family. But if we get through to the other side and you give us that lamp, I promise, if your family is still alive, we will help them. That person will not. Look at its face.
You lied to me. You see that his dark fog above his eyes just dissipates. I will kill you for that. And I want everyone to roll initiative.
Fudge!
Of course, that could have gone better.
That was pretty dope, though.
Music reminds me of Bjork. Good news, guys. I go last. Have fun. I like to let things develop.
Oh wait, I rolled twice for the same character apparently. This one was 22. And William... What? What's going on? I need to... Oh, I see. There we are. Okay. So, Bracken, I'll let you go first.
Okay, would like to start with a bonus action to stealth here in the corner.
Very well. Make a stealth check.
And then I would like to approach just so that I can kind of get my line of sight. And then I will hold an attack until one of my allies is close.
Very well.
Because I don't want to pull threat.
You see that creature, he looks at you and he looks at William and says, I'm gonna make sure none of them survives long enough. And he reaches his hand into the lantern, and you see that a few of the tendrils, that the lines that attach to it go black. And from the ground, he pulls these threads, and you see a few shadows appear around the room. Technical difficulties with managing. Here we are. That should do it. So he does that, and then he just simply flies away through the wall, and you don't see him anymore.
No way that's gonna end badly.
Bracken, you're up.
Be fine.
Oh, I went first.
Oh, you went first, right? You were holding. So it's Treat's turn. Treat, you're up.
If you're talking, you're muted.
I knew that. Oh no. Right, okay. Who's
Reaper,
gonna...
you're up to.
Big guy has gone, so... I think what I will do is... something. So yeah, let's have a go at vicious mockery.
What are you going to mock?
This guy who is uncomfortably close to me by pinged on the screen.
Very well. That's a wisdom save.
Yep.
That fails.
She's gonna say, your mother is really disappointed with your life choices. And then, oh, it's not a lot. So he takes 1d4. Psychic damage? Yeah. And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes.
Okay, so he took 1 point of second. He looks like.
And then I would like to try and dart out of the way.
Right, you. Very well. Where do you go to?
I just want to get behind everybody.
Alright.
I'm very squishy.
It is trying. It will take an attack of opportunity with disadvantage because of your vicious mockery. That is a nope. Natural one misses. Mentor.
Charge into the room, and I slam my shield down onto the ground, and I say, "Flee before the light of Arathis." And my shield shoots this light out across the room, and I try to turn undead.
Alright, so each of them needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Including William, actually. So let's see. The shadow. And William. So, I think
Nice job, Mentor.
almost all but one, all but this one are turned. So William, so on their turn they need to move away from you as far away from you as possible and are frightened, right? So let's mark that. There we go.
Watch
And-
them all just run through the walls that we stand in.
Anything else on your turn, Mentor?
I think that's it.
Very well. Now it's the shadow's turn. So shadows, I believe, cannot move through things. So they will. This one will try to go over here. You can take an attack of opportunity on either one of them if you'd like.
That'll break the turn.
And William just dashes out of the wall. This shadow, however, will fly here and try to drain your strength.
It'll attack at disadvantage.
It will. So that's the 8.
Yes.
You managed to block what would be a fatal blow. Mentor, as you raise the symbol of Arathis and the rest fly away, you do not notice the shadow that looms from behind you, and on the last moment Volganross just rushes in and slams it away with his shield. Dermot.
I said I get to attack first. I push.
That wasn't an attack.
And what am I gonna do? They all ran through the walls. I'm just gonna shoot this guy in the corner, down here.
All right, make an attack. That hits. 8 points of. Oh, it's actually. It does not impact as much as you'd hope.
Damn it! That's all I got.
Alright. Volganross, you're up.
Volganross will slide forward, and this shadow that tried to put his hand through the heart of Mentor gets attacked. There we go. So if a 15 hits, I hit for 9.
9. And the skull pulper strikes through. You manage to damage it quite heavily. You split it almost in half, and its shadowy form can barely hold.
I'm wet. No, that's fine. That's fine. I didn't call it good. I'm done.
William's turn. He's... Oh, that was not his turn. He is now running away. Sorry. Do they get a save, or does it just last a minute?
It lasts just a minute. There's no recursive saving throw.
All right, so he's gone.
I think if you damage them, they fall out of it, right?
Right.
Oh, so this
that
one
was
is
a
no
nice
longer
shot.
turned. Very well. Good to know.
Way to go, Dermot.
It's now the Shadow
how
Demon's
these
turn.
plastic things work. And it's
Um,
Dermot.
Dermot.
Let's see. Oh, very good. Just going to do exactly that then. 13. Dreet, what is your perception, passive perception?
She is not there at the moment.
Oh, she's not here at the moment.
I'm back,
So-
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we're desperate for the toilet. My passive perception is
That's actually
11.
11. So you do not see the Shadow Demon as it appears from the wall beside you. And it is going to attack you with its claw.
I would like to use my reaction to do cutting words.
Very well. It still rolls with advantage. So that's a 21 to hit.
I don't think it's matter. No, even if I crit on my check.
You could do it on the damage, though.
That's
Okay.
very true. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I do it on the damage.
So you can reduce the damage.
With my 13 perception, do I see it?
You do. You see it just
And
in the last moment, but not quick
would
enough
that-
to warn your friend.
Can that trigger my held action, though?
It does.
I will shoot it.
Very well. So you roll for an attack. Dreet, you take 6 psychic damage. from his claw.
Ow. Okay.
That's a 20 to hit, hits.
For a total of 10.
Total of 10. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, he appears to be, as well as many other creatures in this realm, not as affected by attacks as the rest of them. He's still damaged, but the arrow hits him a little and then flies behind him and hits the wall, damaging his ethereal form.
Gotcha.
That was... He is going to try to move back outside with the rest of his movements. So, Dreet, you get an attack of opportunity if you want.
Of course.
Come on.
Oh no. That's not very good.
At 12, 12 I believe misses. Yep, 12 misses.
Okay.
Well, Draken, you're up.
Alright, I will make another bonus action to try to hide from all the creatures in this room.
Oh. Wait, I can do that at advantage because of pack tactics.
Oh,
Bracken-
that's right. But Bracken was not 5 feet of it, I believe.
Oh, did he used to move? Oh,
He
sorry.
was here. Yep.
Yeah, I was 10 feet, sorry.
No trouble.
Sorry.
Alright, so I will stealth. And then I will attack. I will attack the one that's no longer turned.
Very well. You are hidden from it, so you take it as 14, and that will hit.
12.
12, reduced to 6.
And then I kind of push Dreet away from the door, or from the wall. And I'm like, get out of here, Dreet.
You hit the shadow and it slithers a little bit. Can't hold its form that much. Dreet, you're up.
Okay. I'm really hurt. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Very well.
Like, come away a little bit.
Let's go.
Cure Wounds.
Hold on.
Oh, that's nice.
Back in the game. I'm back in the game.
Yeah.
Move.
Anything else for your turn, Dreet?
I'm not moving. I'm just seeing. I'll move here. There.
Alright.
I don't like the walls.
Mentor, you're up.
I point my mace at the shadow creature that tried to drink my strength next to me and cast Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt on the one adjacent to you.
Yes.
Very well. Do note that it will be with disadvantage.
I'll do the one in the corner then. If I
Um,
can change it.
I believe that when a creature is
Oh,
within
next
melee
to-
with you,
next
any
to me,
ranged
yeah.
attack you make
Yeah, you're
is
right.
with
I'll
disadvantage.
stick with the original plan. That's fine. I'll attack the one that's next to me.
Very well.
My chances.
So you cast Guiding Bolt and attempts to attack it.
Oh,
No, that
Well-
misses.
advantage didn't do much.
Sorry, buddy. You focus, but the shadow moves, and you send the guiding bolt away, and it flares out the room. The shadows move aside from the brilliant light, but it hits the wall behind them. Now it's their turn. So this one is still turned. He will stay here because that's as far as it can get away from you. So the one next to you will attack you, and this one will try to attack Dermot.
So Bogenrosh again is defending for Mentor.
Mentor. So this is the attack on Mentor, and this is the attack on Dermot.
Damn it.
So misses on Mentor, but hits Dermot. Dermot, you feel your strength drained from you. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is temporarily reduced by 1.
Is that the crap? Oh, the best you got. Oh, God.
You're up.
Let me reduce my strength by 1 real quick. All right. Seeing once again that his crossbow has failed, he is going to pull out his axes and start swinging poorly, apparently.
Okay, you swing, but you can't hit them.
Second one is a 16.
That does hit. 3 reduced to 1.
Tired of your shite, you wispy bastards!
You strike through, but it doesn't quite hit them as it should. Bogenrosh, you're up.
Bogenrosh continues attacking the shadowy creature all over Mentor. So
Very well.
I don't think it hits these guys.
No, it does not.
Well, that's disappointing. I wanted to hit. That's all I got.
Very well. William is out. It's the Shadow Demon turn. He's going to attempt. Again. Very well.
Ooh, sneaky this time.
Bracken. This time, he goes down from the ceiling above you and strikes you. You do not
It's a
see.
new round, right?
It is a new round, yes.
I use my reaction to impose cutting words again.
Ah. So that's a 22 hit,
That'll hit.
but yeah, you reduce the damage, or you're trying to reduce to hit, right? So roll a d6 for me. 4. Does a 16 hit?
Unfortunately, still hits.
So you take 19 points of psychic damage from its claw.
Owie.
It just strikes you at your back. You see the claw emerging from your torso, and you feel a terrible pain in your head, almost bursting open from pain. It retracts, and it will attempt to fly out from here. You get
one of those useless deep hollow thunderbeards, but don't you go dying, lad!
Bracken, you could get an attack of opportunity if you want to. That hits. Right. You quick slash. You see a few shadowy parts left behind as it flies away and disappears
Yeah, take
into the
that,
wall.
you bastard.
Bracken, you're up.
All right. Not feeling so good anymore. I'm just gonna take a shot at the guy I can see. It's a normal attack. Let's see.
Yep, that hits.
All right, and then I will dive.
Did you attack this one?
Yes.
So that actually does it.
Excellent. And then I'm gonna take a run, and I'm gonna dive under this table, and I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, make a stealth check for me.
And that's it for me.
Very well. Dreet, you are up.
Well, I want to cast Cure Wounds on Bracken, but I can't see him anymore. Or does that not apply to
It
friendly?
does, unfortunately. You look around, he was there a second ago, but he's no longer there.
Bracken, I want to heal you.
Oh, I heard him. Can I go towards his voice?
Yes, you may.
Oh, yes.
I'll let you do that.
Then sort of blindly grab his foot. Oh, I have found you.
Follow the trail of blood, you'll find him.
I cast Cure Wounds at level 2.
Okay.
And both of my level 2 spells are useless at this point.
Oh, many thanks, Street.
Come on. 8, 9, 10, 11, I can count.
Yep. You regain 11 hit points. Your head hurts a little less thanks to Great's curing wounds.
Then I'm moving about here towards everybody else. Because I'm terrified of that shiny monster. We keep popping out.
Mentor, is your turn.
I'll just make a mace attack against the one that's still.
And you attack it with your mace. Make an attack.
Nope.
11, I believe, misses. Yep, 11 misses, unfortunately. It's now their turn. This one is still turned. Hiding in the corner, trying to stick to the wall. But this one, it's going to keep attacking you, Mentor. And misses. Dermot, you're up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move here and attack that guy.
Well. Yeah, that hits. So that's a 12.
Yep,
That does it.
it does.
You slash it in half and it dissipates.
I'll teach ya.
Anything else, Dermot?
Nope, that's gonna be it for now.
Logan Rosh, you're up.
Well, with nothing else to attack, Bolgenrosh will hop over on this other one and then corner.
Make an attack.
My character sheet. Wow. I kept on clicking because it wasn't doing anything. So the first attack was a 14.
14 hits. So
For,
that's 8
damage.
points of damage. Again, your magical item, your magical axe, strikes through even to their ethereal form. Anything else on your turn?
No, I think I'm good.
Very well. William's gone. Shadow Demon. We'll try to hide again. Oof. So he actually enters. He does not see Bracken.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
So he goes back into the wall
Oh.
Okay.
and jumps behind
No.
you, Mentor.
Oh.
You are caught completely by surprise. As his piercing claw jabs through you, stabs through you for 15 points of psychic damage.
What the bloody shite is that thing?
And let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much can it move? Oh, that's all its movement, so it stays here. Bracken, you're up.
Hungry boys.
Alrighty. So I'm currently still hidden. I will kind of get some line of sight on this creature and shoot it with my bow.
You can attack. 12 misses.
But I'm hidden, correct?
Oh, you are. You are
So,
hitting from it.
So I will do 11 points, which I'm sure is halved.
Yep, it's half to 5.
And then I will re-stealth.
Very well. Where are you trying to hide?
In the corner. So that's as far as I can go.
He has direct line of sight of you currently, so you can't hide from him.
Alright, then I will remain. And that will be my turn.
Great. You see that demon appearing through the wall and hitting Mentor at the back.
Oh. And anger and rage, which are the same thing, I guess. Because he's like a shadow, right? He's
Yeah.
not wearing anything. Just a weird demon thing. Cool. I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at level 2.
Dissonant Whispers. So he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
I believe so.
That is a 20, unfortunately.
I can't believe it. He still takes half.
He does.
2d 46. Oh my god. That is the worst.
So he takes 3 points of damage.
Best second level spell ever.
Yep.
Oh,
Emerald.
Thought I did something there.
it does make it says that it needs to move as far away from you as possible.
The shadow.
That's what it says in the description.
It did move as far away from you as possible, but it is now no longer turned because it was attacked.
No, on her spell, I'm just reading it. It says the failed save, it takes that and must immediately use its reaction if available.
Yep. It did succeed on the spell though. It rolled a 20.
Oh,
So, Mentor, now it is your turn.
I hate to do it with the cast. Cure wounds on myself. Actually.
I can't hear you very well. Can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay, cure wounds on yourself. You do that.
Second level.
Second level. Very well. Nice. You're fully restored, aren't you?
Yep.
Almost. Well, anything else on your turn? So the Shadow's turn. The Shadow is going to try and attack you, Bolden Rush.
Okay.
Drain away your strength.
Got
You
a
see it
scratch on it.
getting closer to you, into your face. His hands like moving to you, and you see it sapping away the strength from you. You take 6 necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 3.
Okay.
Dermot.
So I don't think we added it to my sheet, but you gave me a magic rune on my crossbow,
I
right?
did.
All right. So I'm gonna take a step back here.
He's going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
That's fine. Weak.
Nope. So you activate the rune and it's glows.
All right. And then I am going to pump him full of crossbow.
That hits. So that's 8 and another 1d6 thunder damage. So that's 12 points of magical damage that he takes fully. As you see, do you want to describe that?
Actually, I'm going to action surge first, and I'm going to do it again.
Yes, do it.
Nice.
Oh no!
That's the 13, I believe, misses. No, actually 13 just hits. So another 8 points of damage.
All right, so Dermot leaps backwards like an action hero, throwing both of his axes down, and in midair pulls out his crossbow, pounds on the rune to activate it. It starts glowing with thunder magic, and he just.
And you hear the loud, as the bolt hits, you hear the loud around the room. This explodes and sends him scatters his form. He's still holding up, but he looks injured and taken aback from it.
That was amazing.
Thank you. I'll practice that.
Bolgan Rush, you're up.
So yeah, I mean obviously that shadow reached into him, and that causes Bogenrosh's knees to wobble, right? And he weakens there, leans heavily on his axe for just a moment, and then he chokes it back up, and he will attack. I will assume that a 23 hits.
Yeah.
And he'll take 11 points of damage.
You completely destroy it and dissipated into nothing.
Awesome. He is going to scoot over here and action surge on Shadow Demon for
Alright.
another attack.
Best.
That hits.
And I'm going to add on a menacing attack. So it needs to make a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Or it is
And
frightened, right?
Yeah, it's going to take another 6 on top of that. So it takes 17 points of damage.
Oh,
And has to see if it's afraid of Bolganosh. Which makes sense that he's afraid of Bolganosh.
Yeah.
I actually
so
forgot my.
it's a wisdom save. 11.
And
I
he
believe.
is afraid. The
He is
Shadow Demon
afraid.
is afraid of
And
me, this
I
old
just
man.
checked, and he's not immune to fear, so he is afraid of you, Bolgan Rush. He is legitimately afraid. How much damage was it total? 17, you said?
A total of 17.
And
All magic,
you
all good.
strike it with great force, and it barely holds on to his form.
Me axe, skull pupper.
It's in a tough situation right there. It is going to disengage and fly out of the wall. It's trying to flee.
Weak.
Bracken, you're up.
I am weakened. Bolganosh says.
You see it just briefly flying through the wall after being hit by Bolganrosh.
All right.
It actually can fly a little more than that. Oh no, you can't. Disengage. Never mind. Yep.
And since we're on the ethereal plane, can we see past any of these walls or anything?
They do feel solid to you.
Mhm.
It works mostly for creatures that are ethereal by nature.
Okay, I'll kind of work my way into the room here and just hold an attack in case it comes back
Okay.
with my rapier.
Dreet, you're up.
think. I wanted to run outside, but I don't think I can get that far. Let's see, real quick.
This door is actually open.
Oh. Okay. I'm just having a quick look. And then this door. I can't go through it.
Oh, sorry. Let me help you.
Thank you. Good. Oh. Okay, so she's gonna run to the opening of that door, look through it. I'm looking for William.
You do not see William, but you do see the demon.
Ah.
He is his back faced to you, and seems like running away.
Finish him.
Like this could go really, really wrong. Oh well. If she dies. She did it with a bang. Would be really funny? Okay, I'm gonna cast Hideous Laughter on it. Oh! I don't know if it can be charmed. Oh wait, no, that doesn't matter. Ha!
So it's a wisdom save?
Yeah. Fail it. Yes!
So what do you tell it?
Amazing! Sorry?
How do you make him laugh? You just cast a spell? Do you tell him a joke? Do you do anything?
I'm going to say, hey, do you know what happens to a shadow demon when you cast Hideous Laughter? The same thing as everything else.
He looks at you. And he just falls to the ground, laughing.
Hey, you guys, he's out here. Please come and kill him, okay?
Mentor. You're up.
It's not much, but I'm going to use my healing hands on Poppy, just for 3. They'll do 3 points.
Okay.
He nods at you appreciatively. Thank you. Thank you.
Anything else, Mentor? Okay, well. Dermot.
Dermot is planning his movement. Where's that open door at?
Right here.
There. Oh yeah, I can do. No shit, I can only move 25 because I'm a dwarf. Damn it! Stubby legs.
Yep.
I'm coming to eat. That's my turn.
Golden Rush.
He will dodge for his action.
There you go.
Soon. He will die soon.
The Shadow Demon is spending his turn doing nothing, right? Is that how it works? Incapacitated and unable to stand for the duration. At the end of each of its turn, it makes, or if it takes damage, it makes another wisdom save. So it will make another wisdom save. It did not take damage, so it's not with advantage. He does get out of it, but it's the end of his turn, so he stays there, on the ground. Bracken, you're up.
We're going to get you. We're going to get you.
All right, I'll see how far I can move.
We have all these stubby legs.
Yeah, I can't really see anything. Let's go 4 and then just hop on the table. Hey, I can see him now.
Yes, you can.
He is prone though.
He is.
I will hold an attack until he stands up.
Very well. Great. You see, as the demon is released from your spell, he will stand up and try to get away, but you get to act first. What do you do?
Well, we have no spells, so we're going medieval. Pulls out a rapier and a little dagger.
A little tear comes to Dermot's eye.
I get advantage because he's prone, right? Let's get him prone.
Yep, you do.
Of course. Oh no.
What is that? A 1 in 400 chance?
Yep.
Stupid.
So you walk right to him, right?
Pardon?
You walk to him.
Yeah. Because I used the attack use a bonus action to attack with my offhand, right? But I forget what the rules are because you have to take away your.
No, you can do that, but you just do not add your dexterity to the damage.
Okay, let me just.
Make a regular attack with your dagger.
Okay. Still advantage. Yeah, that hits,
13
right? Remember.
hits.
Ouch!
It does hit for 1 piercing damage.
1 damage. I hit him for 1.
It's not nothing.
Yep.
It all counts.
Mentor. Your friends went outside, or ran trying to go outside.
I run out to catch up with him as far as I can go, I guess.
With his long human legs.
He's just a tall dwarf.
You can't quite see him from this angle, I believe.
All these people just clustered at the door watching Dree with the rapier when she swung it around. I think that double, critical fail. I mean, she let go of the rapier and it just went and hit the tower. It was like.
He choked under pressure. Everybody was watching.
I can't see the. Can I see the shadow demon?
You cannot.
Yeah.
Anything else, Mentor? No, that's your turn. Very well. Dermot.
Alright, I'm sick of your shite.
Whoa, you assume I'll let you through my space?
He shoves right through him. Out of the way, you old bastard! And I threw my axes down, and I'm out of melee weapon, so I'm just gonna hit this guy with my crossbow.
Okay. So, you have disadvantage technically.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd have disadvantage shooting at range and melee anyway. So.
Yep.
But he also has advantage because the guy's prone, right? So doesn't.
You have advantage on melee attacks if he's prone.
Well, if he's going to hit someone with an improvised weapon, isn't that a melee attack?
That's why I'm hitting him. Yeah.
Oh, you're hitting with the crossbow?
Yeah,
like that?
literally just bashing him with the crossbow.
you can do that. You can definitely do that. I'd say do a d6 of damage.
All right. So yeah, that misses.
Yep. You just bong, you hit the floor near it. It moves away.
You and Drew are just standing around it, just whacking at it.
Don't worry, he's really hard to hit.
He is. He's like rolling down. He's rolling around on the ground. Like,
Rosh jumps up to the air, axe over his head,
Oh, nice.
and while he's in the air, he says, "That's not how a crossbow is used." And he can come down on this guy, and he's also going to hit it with another menacing attack, adding a die 8 damage on top of it.
Another 8. Okay.
So another a total of 13 points of damage on this guy.
Damn.
How do you want to do this?
He does it like he's not even looking at the shadow demon. He's looking at Dermot and nodding. Is what he's doing. It's like, that's how it's done. That's how it's done.
As Dreed and Dermot are just like stabbing at the ground, meaning like just horribly missing Bolgenrosh over the top.
In between the two of you.
Yeah.
The shadow demon
It
screams
looks like the guy from Fire and Ice.
and dissipates.
We had him right where we wanted him, didn't we, Dreed?
I wanted him dead. I made him dead.
Show off.
It's really impressive.
No, it's it.
It was all right. I've seen better.
No, you haven't.
Are you kidding? He wasn't even looking at it.
That's not what I saw. He tripped and fell, and his axe just happened to finish the deed.
Even blindly, I'm better than you are. Is that what you're saying?
Isn't there a ghost here somewhere? We need to talk to?
Where is William?
A moment passes, and you see William return. He floats back next to you.
Hold up the necklace, just in case.
Thank you. Will you take care of her? Will you help her?
Of
My
course
wife, she's very ill.
But you have to tell us what her name is and things, because we don't know.
Her name is Anna. You'll find her in Sea Haven.
Where do you live?
That's where I used to live. Before I had to come here.
Okay, is that like easy to find out, or?
Near the docks, there's a tavern. It's called the Wet Dog.
The Wet Dog.
Just to the right of it, there's a house on the top floor. That's us.
Okay. I will definitely get a doctor for her.
William approaches you, and it's scary for a moment, but he approaches you very close. Thank you. And he dissipates, disappears, fades out.
Where is the lantern?
I was just about to ask about that.
As you walk out, by the way, you see Evelyn like,
Shut your hole.
well done. Well done. Now, do you mind the lantern?
The ghost is gone.
Still can't enter for some reason.
Well, I don't know about all of you, but I'd like to go home.
Did any of you see a lantern anywhere?
You've seen a lantern in their room.
Yeah, it was in there.
All right, I'll be back. One moment, I'll get it. Crapping.
You
I'll go
find the lantern, Dermot. It's floating in the air, glowing with arcane runes. It's very pretty.
That's not great. I'm not entirely certain that I want to touch that. Bracken!
Aye.
Are you feeling lucky, lad?
I always feel lucky, of course.
Grab that lantern, would you?
Can I stand on your shoulders?
Of course, of course.
All right. I'll climb up Dermot and reach up,
You grab
try
the
to
lantern.
snatch it.
You grab the lantern. It's cold to the touch.
Cold. It's weird.
That's but you're not dead, so that's good.
Yeah, well, not any more dead than I already was.
Right, well, of course, we are dead.
You see all the
Reveal-
cords that connect to the rest of the ghosts outside.
Do you feel cursed?
Do I feel cursed?
Aye.
You feel the same.
No, I feel pretty normal, I guess.
Alright, not dead, not cursed. Do you
That's-
feel like you can control the ghosts?
I think really hard. And try to make them afraid of me.
Make a charisma check.
Okay.
Nice.
Right. You focus really hard. And something happened. You're not sure what. But something happened. You go-
Not sure exactly if it worked or not. Let's head outside, maybe?
Sure, aye.
All right.
Get off me shoulders.
Oh,
Put on weight, you fat bastard.
You go outside, and as you do, you see all the ghosts just go away from you, as if they were turned. They just, from where you go, they just go away. Make way to you.
all right. Now, Evelyn, you there.
Yeah. Yes. What?
Tell me now, what does this lantern do?
It can control the ethereal thing, like I told you, and it can control us because we died near it.
Evelyn, look at the man when he's talking to you.
Aye, all right.
Show some respect.
And now, how are you gonna use this to get us home?
I can use it to bring you home, to open the you're really scary.
With a spell?
You're really scary. No, it's not it's like a spell.
Tell
but-
him exactly how to do it, Evelyn.
Make an intimidation check with advantage.
I cast while they're talking. I cast on the truth.
Ooh. Even better.
Very well. So Evelyn will make a 12. I believe
Yes.
I can use it to tear a hole in the ethereal and let you through.
Right, but could we just do that easily as well?
Start thinking really hard.
Suppose you can. Yeah.
So we could just leave you here, you bloody traitors.
Right, and that brings me to my last question. Are you really traitors? And if so, who did you betray? Iron Duchess? What did she have you do?
She just stays quiet.
Hmm.
She thinks you
Start
can do
talking, Evelyn.
She
Sorry.
thinks you can do whatever she wants.
Oh, I feel bad for her now.
Please. At least let us out. Let us break this cords at the very least. If you don't want to give me the lantern, at least release us.
I look at the rest of the group. Well,
I'm waiting.
Where are you slave traders after all? What are you lying to me?
We captured people. but we did not intend to sell them.
You didn't intend to, but
We didn't.
you did or you didn't.
We didn't. We asked for ransom. It's not the same.
That checks out.
I mean, I love gold. I know how that can be. I'll release them from their freight. And then...
You focus for a moment, and you feel like you can just tear those strands. And one by one, you just tear them apart.
Right.
You watch as Bracken's eyes glow with the same light of the lantern, greenish. It's very, very faint.
Oh.
I knew those deep hollow thunderbeards were trouble.
What you talking about? This feels great.
Take us home already.
That's my next order of business. I start thinking really hard about, things being physical and not so much mist around, and try to transport us home.
You focus.
Create that rip.
And it takes you a while, but eventually the world shifts around you. There's mist that gathers everywhere. You can't see a thing beside the mist, it's so thick. But after a moment, it passes. Completely. You don't see any ghosts. You look up to the sky and you see the stars. Well, a little of them. It's still foggy outside. But you're back. Or so it seems.
Hey.
You've made it.
Excellent.
Enjoy your rest, Evelyn.
With the lantern, you start making your way back to Sea Haven. Solving the mystery of the Mistheart lighthouse.
Woo!
And that's where we end tonight's session.
Yeah!
Thank you very much for joining me, guys. We had a lot of fun.
And that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you, everyone at home.
Awesome.
As the heroes march off into the sunset, you hear Bolganrosh say, the important thing to remember is that I killed the demon.
Right as two orderlies with a butterfly net bounce on it.
Andri, walking behind, says, totally misunderstanding the whole trend of the conversation that they'd been having. Dwarves created demons.
That they did.
And then pinhole to black.
Right.
Yep. Again,
Lot of
thank you
fun,
so much,
everyone.
guys. Thank you, everyone at home. I had a wonderful time. And we will produce more of these one-shots. And until next time, I'll see you all beyond the screen.
Bye.
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 Take it easy, folks.